Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, Brick World. I hope all of you are well and staying safe. Oh, man. I tell you, some days, Good Morning Brick Worlds are rough. Anybody that's known me outside of the internet, they've always known I'm not a morning person. It's insane. I've mentioned before that I've even done a morning show because some people would think that I'm not even me. All right. I got a guest. Let me say hello to this guest. Bring him in here before I say hello to everybody else. What's up, BFAB?
Oh, just chilling, regretting my life. Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, man. Because yeah, I was watching something yesterday, and
Oh no, did you watch one of my videos? I feel bad already.
I was watching some live stream, man. Some dude was doing, and I saw you on there. Hold on, Chef's here. Hold on, Chef's here. What's up, Chef?
How we doing?
Wait, I was on a
Doing
live
right.
stream yesterday?
No, I don't think it was yesterday. It was a couple days ago, maybe, or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the date. It was he had Brick Queen on there.
Oh, yeah, no, he was really
Yeah, I saw. Dude, guy was being a douchebag.
You know the funny thing is though, after he commented, after like I interacted, he commented on my videos like, "Dude, I love your content." I'm just like, what the
Huh?
I'm just like, I mean, here's the thing. So I always say this: if you are crap talking one of my friends, I go toe to toe with anyone. I don't care who you are.
Right.
So he was crap talking Ryan,
No,
and
I
I'm
know.
like, you guys need to move on. And then they started laying into me, and it was just like a back and forth. And then it's just like,
I didn't watch all of like the beginning and stuff like that, but hold on a second. T-Mog's here. Let me let T-Mog in. Hey, T-Mog.
Hey,
good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. Good. How are you?
I'm okay, man.
you invited T-Mog. You don't want him. I'm kidding.
I'm doing around. I'm doing okay. Just trying to wake up, man. Getting this coffee in me. You know what I mean? No, BFAB. So I didn't watch like the beginning, or I don't even know if I watched even the middle part of it. But I remember the other night, Shai had mentioned something about it.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and watched it. I think I started watching right before you jumped in.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, I'm not. It's hard for me to say a lot of things about it because I didn't know Ryan at the time. I didn't even know you. I didn't even know you at the time. You know what I mean? So I can't. So I can't say the validity of everything around everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say a couple things. One, things that Ryan had said in the video, a lot of things were, were true. They weren't lies. You know what I mean? His execution, I would say his execution wasn't the right way, but dude, he was making a certain type of video for a certain reason. You know what I mean?
But what a lot of people have to understand is what happened 4 or 5 years ago. People can change. The thing why I got really upset is because I have seen, again, like they wanted me to say that Ryan was wrong. And I'm like, no, he wasn't wrong. The thing a lot of people don't know this. The first person that ever made a Brick Queen rant in the LEGO community that got success was mine. Mine had like 20,000 views in a month. Ryan didn't make his video till like 8 months later. So the thing is, they wanted me to call him out on something that I did too, right? And that's what a lot of people don't comprehend. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're wrong, because I did the same thing. It is not my job. I am an adult. It is my job to take responsibility for what I do and not responsibility for what he does.
No, but it's like the whole point, man, to me was like, what are you even doing? Like, it didn't even make any sense to me because it's like it's kind of like when people, all right, like here, I'll give you an example, and it includes Ryan. All right, so I saw Ryan had a comment on one of his videos or something the other day, or maybe he had mentioned it to me or something, but the person had commented like, all you're doing is complaining and whining or something like that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, what do you think your comment is? Yeah. You're complaining and whining. Like you're you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, just, I don't know, man. I remember I used to also, in another analogy, like I used to be on Facebook a lot, and like every day I would post something like, like funny or inspirational or just stupid or something like that. But I remember sometimes, like I remember one time I posted like something like I was bitching about people bitching about Facebook. Like I was bitching about people bitching on Facebook, and it was like, I don't know. So to this guy, like it's whatever. Like you can, just like Ryan, you can make a video about Ryan if you want. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like say what you want, you know what I mean? But I mean, look, also what you just said, like just in the few years that I've watched and known Ryan, I've seen how much he's changed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It was just really weird.
People in the Lego community that people want to look at as villains, like myself and Ryan, and so like I can relate to that. Where like you screw up one time, you screw up two times, all of a sudden you're a horrible person, right? The Lego community is an unforgiving place, and the thing is, in general, has Ryan done douchey things? Yeah. Have I done douchey things? Yeah. If you're making the douchey things define who you are, then and people don't want to move on, and people don't want to forgive, and people don't want to do whatever. You're like,
yeah, but dude,
kid.
I'll tell
like,
you something.
Literally, like, yeah, like when I say sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I know it's Good Morning Brick World. People have to understand in life, if you're gonna call out somebody, you better be perfect, and no one here.
No one in the world is perfect.
So if you're gonna go like, oh, I don't want to affiliate myself with this person because of this and this and that, you better be a god dang perfect person. And none of these people are. Everyone that's calling Ryan out or calling other people out do the same exact shit. And literally, they act like they don't. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you do that.
The thing. That's the thing about
what are you talking about?
Right. And that's the other thing too, is like, look, dude, yeah, we've all done some douchey things. Dude, on a Hive stream, man, we all make some pretty raunchy jokes and stuff and jab at each other and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, I've seen Ryan do a lot of really kind things, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's got a persona sometimes or whatever, a perception of people that people have him or whatever, but dude, I've seen him be so, like, to his fans. Like, I remember the last Brick Fair I was at, man. Like, he could have just did his own thing or whatever, but I bet he was standing out there, man, like talking to all of his fans, taking pictures with them, giving out those 2x4 tiles or whatever. Like, and that's just to his fans. I mean, personally, me, dude, he sent me a gift a long time ago, and not like just yesterday. We've been knowing each other for a while, but like a long time ago, he sent me a gift out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere, dude. Just
I've told people that Ryan has sent his fans stuff for free, and he doesn't mention it. The thing is, like, I know stuff is because I was hanging around in the circle for a while, so like I know stuff. But Ryan wasn't making like a public announcement, like, "Yo, you know what? I bought this from my subscriber," or
just like all of us. Like, Ryan's no angel, you know what I mean? But it just, I don't know. And then the whole thing too is like, look, I'm not saying like they gotta let it go or whatever. I don't really give a shit, you know what I mean? But it's just like, whatever. Obviously, like everybody else has kind of like moved on past it, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Everybody's entitled to their opinions about it.
People being upset about that, right? So they finally got me to take down my video, but I took it down, and then the husband kept bringing it up, so I put it back up, and then it also saved me from monetization. I finally took mine down that same day. But what I was trying to say is I'm responsible for my own actions. I'm not responsible for Ryan's. But again, you can't be like, if I see anyone attacking any of my friends, I'm jumping in. Now, if my friends are in the wrong, or if they did something drastic, you hold them accountable, but you don't attack them. I think that's why in the Lego community, a lot of people just don't know how to have friends. And I think that also just being upset over something that happened such a long time ago and you can't move on from it. Are you an adult? Or are you a kid? And I feel like, honestly, I don't get it. I don't understand people's mentality this day and age. It's just like, you can't forgive somebody. You can't grow up. You can't, like, if anyone ever wrongs me and they apologize, I move on. Literally, that's life. Because I'm an adult. I'm not a kid. I'm not like, oh, I'm mad. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cut you off, or I'm pissed off at the world. No, like, be an adult, grow the fuck up, and move on. Like,
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I'm sure over time I could probably forgive a lot of stuff, but I mean, I can't say I'd forgive everything. But my whole point was, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. It was just weird. It was just weird. Let me say hello to everybody in chat real quick. Before I go on a rant about something.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, I'm on a rant spree today. I was like, I'm mad.
Dude,
I'm in morning rant.
I mean, and I'm in a good mood. I'm excited. I've got some serious anxiety. I can't. I'm just so worried, man. I'm not gonna be able to enjoy myself as much as I want to because I'm gonna be like worried about work and stuff.
Just like punch a baby or something, you'll feel so much better. Oh no, the baby's skull! I wonder what happened. You know,
that's the surefire way to make yourself feel a little better. Brightest Witch Bricks, my favorite witch. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. So Brightest Witch will also be at Brickfair, as far as I know, unless anything changed. Lumberjack Josh, morning to you.
Oh yeah, she's gonna make a scene for you so you can get in there and buy that gunship.
Well, at first that's what we were talking about, like having her like beat me up or something, so we can have a distraction or something like that. But I don't know. There have been some slight changes.
Like, slight changes?
Yeah, I don't know. We might not do anything. We might just get the gunship.
They called up Chris Brown as a better distraction. So
hey, everybody in chat.
I'm getting canceled again.
Don't worry, man. We'll go together. Black Kelly, good morning to you. I was just on Hive's AOL MySpace pages the other day. I still have
MySpace?
I still have my MySpace page, unless they got rid of the whole website. Tartskerjira, hello, good morning. A round table of Lego YouTube villains.
Dude, we should have like literally you show up at a stream, people are like, oh, it's B-Fab. You know what he said 10 years ago? You know, it's like, come on, y'all, give me a break.
B-Fab.
I thought B-Fab had to work right now. Good morning, Brick Studio.
You know, I technically have work in 2 hours. I don't think I'm gonna go.
Oh, Jesus.
The thing is, so the metal on my leg is just like killing. There are days where, like, when I'm trying to walk, like, I just can't because, like, my leg gives out. So today is one of those days. So.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That must suck. Lego Boy, good morning to you. Brett's Bills, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Redmond, how are you? Good morning.
Any new trains, Brett?
Man, Brett, man, he be building.
I know.
He put a lot of us to shame, man. I just put a pick of B-Fab on my dartboard and all my stress melts away.
Oh, there you go, Josh. Josh is always, this dude is super funny. Josh is amazing.
So I mean, look.
What are we looking at?
I was gonna say to everybody in the chat. I mean, you guys watch all of us. Like, I would feel like that. Yeah.
In what sense? What way are they watching us?
On the YouTube.
Making sure.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. For everybody that watches us enough, they know that yes, we can definitely be crude. We definitely say things that some people don't really like. We can definitely have some difference of opinions. I mean, Hoosier came on here one time and said we should be ashamed of ourselves. But
you're calling him out.
No. I mean, I'm not in a bad way, dude. Look. If anybody comes on my stream and says anything, that's fair game.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't say that. I don't want anybody to think I just said that just to call them out, like, in a specific way. I was just giving an example of, like, some people haven't liked everything you said. You know what I mean? But I will say this, and I only speak for me, okay? I don't like speaking for other people. But, I mean, I feel like I have a fine relationship with Hoosier. Like, there are times, like, I definitely say things that he doesn't like or whatever. But, I mean, I don't think like if I saw him at Brickfair, he'd want to come and break my jaw or anything.
He's a big boy.
Well, I mean, there's people in the LEGO community, that they will crap talk you, and they are, they'll call you out, and then when you see them in person, they suck up, and that is what I realized about Hoosier.
Well, and look,
I met Hoosier in person. He was nice to me.
Same
I
way,
was nice to him,
lumberjack.
but he froze up the side. Like, I'm just like, I don't understand people who will crap talk you or accuse you of things, and then they turn into a bitch the second they see you. All
right. Well, I mean, but that being set aside, I mean, I was gonna say, even like some of the things that we say or joke around about or have a difference of opinion about or whatever. I truly feel like we're all good people, though. Like we have good hearts. Like I don't feel like I would hang around anybody that was like truly, like just a mean person. You know what I mean?
What
like,
am I doing here then?
Chef, be quiet. I mean, and plus, I feel like if somebody was a truly mean person, like, they wouldn't even want to hang out with us.
I honestly feel like, I mean, in the LEGO community, I don't feel like there's mean people. I just feel like there's, I don't know how to say, like fake people. There's a lot of fake people in the LEGO community.
I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding too, man.
I feel like there's a lot of opinionated people that like to give their opinion, but when you give their opinion back, they do not like it.
100%.
That is definitely a lot of that.
I had a friend that always would be brutally honest with me, no matter how it like affected me. And the second I called this person out, they're like, "Yeah, I don't want anything to do with you." And I'm like, "Oh, wait a second. You can say I'm the dumbest person you know, and that I'm a retard. But if I call you out on something I don't agree with, all of a sudden, no, don't talk to me ever again." So
I mean, and look, even me, I clearly have my faults as well.
Yeah.
I mean, when I get into a disagreement with some people sometimes, especially if it's something I'm passionate about, I seem way more angry than I am. I know that's easier to say, but I really do. But I need to really focus on not seeming so
my wife says it's all in my tone.
Yeah, and that's not cool. I don't want anybody to not be able to debate me about stuff, because I truly do like to debate. I like to be proven wrong because it means I learned something. You know what I mean? I just sometimes I get passionate about stuff and I don't really see how my tone is or how loud my voice can get. You know what I mean? Or even just my demeanor, my face, or whatever. And I truly am not as angry as I might look. I'm just being passionate. I noticed, like, I've done that a couple times lately with a couple of friends of mine, and
see, my face hasn't learned how to use its indoor voice yet, so it gives a lot away.
Yeah. So I mean, like, clearly we all have faults, you know what I mean, that we need to work on. I definitely have an anger issue. I've always kind of joked around and told people, like, I'm one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. I can promise you that, you know what I mean? But god dang, dude, when I get mad about stuff, dude, I really get mad about stuff.
So it's really funny because for me, I feel like I'm kind of the same way. If you meet me in person, I'm the nicest person to you. I still remember there's this person that him and I had like a full-on like argument as a kid, and it was like a back and forth and all this drama. And then he met me in person. He literally made a video called the top 10 like nicest Lego YouTubers, and I was on there. It's just like the thing is, what a lot of people have to understand is I'm not a confrontational person in real life. I'm very just calm, and I'm very socially awkward. I think, like, for me, being on the internet kind of provides a barrier where I can, be me, but like a more like dramatized version of me, where it's just like, I'm the same
keyboard
person.
warrior is what you're
saying? What's up?
So you're saying you're a keyboard warrior?
No, because I wouldn't say anything. I will say anything to people's face. Like, I have no issue doing that. I think that, though, like, a lot of people don't understand, like, the way people act is based on their environment. Like, if you go back to the olden days where I was on Lego YouTube, I was nice to everyone. And then things happen, and then you start reacting different ways based on your environment or the position that you're put in. So instead of maybe being the nicest person, you're now more defensive with certain things, or you jump on people with certain things, But I mean, I'm still the same guy that cracks jokes and makes really stupid comments, but, I'm I think I'm an entertaining person still, and I don't know what I'm trying to get at. So,
well, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Hey, Will, what's happening? How you doing? Good morning. Brett also says, Brett, Brick, have I have anger issues too? So I came on YouTube.
Then he started taking it out on everyone on YouTube.
Look,
I've talked to Brett quite a few times, and he's a very nice gentleman.
Oh no, I love Brett. Brett's great. Brett is real. So,
I won't lie, man. Like, I'm an emotional type of person, anyways. Like,
I know we've seen you cry into a thing.
Dude, I'm not afraid to.
You were talking about
cry.
myself.
Oh, well, I was gonna say I'm not. Dude, there's a show that Mrs. Hyde and I watch. Okay, called This Is Us. All right, it's an extremely good show. It really is. I mean, the writing, the acting, it's just a really solid, good show. But god dang, dude, I think almost every one of them I cry at the end. I'm like, God dang, man, what the heck, man? Why am I crying? I don't know. You shouldn't be ashamed, you know what I mean, to show your emotions, and a lot of people are, you know what I mean. Hey, I wanted to say something totally off the subject.
I agree.
I noticed something about this CMF that I just didn't really notice before for some reason, or forgot. This beach bum guy.
Yep.
The what do I call him? Tom Hanks. From that movie. But I never realized he had that damn tattoo.
Ooh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You better get a matching tattoo. You and him can be like twins or something. So
there you go. You get an anchor.
Grow out the beard.
I don't even have a boat.
Oh, look! Hey,
there you go.
I love it.
Chef, Chef's like me, where he's always lived around water pretty much most of his life, huh, Chef?
Yep, this is the first place I've ever been. I got to drive an hour or more to get to water.
And I've lived on 3 islands in my life, like Hawaii, Key West, and Mackinac.
Yeah, Mackinac's the best. I've been to a lot of islands, but I'd rather go to Mackinac.
Dude, Mackinac tripped me out, man. So for those of you who don't know, we're talking about Mackinac Island in Michigan. And on this island, so I was really young when we lived in Hawaii, so I don't even remember it. You know what I mean? Just pictures and stuff, vague memories. I lived a lot of my teenage and adult life in Key West, Florida. But that's a whole different story too, okay? Mackinac Island is a beautiful island, but there's a couple things that are really interesting about it. So one, they don't have any motor vehicles on there. Except for like the cops and the ambulance, they got a Jeep and
emergency vehicles only.
Yeah, right. Anything else, you got to ride a horse or a bike or walk. And how big would you say the island is, Chef?
8 miles around.
8 miles around. Okay, because I was like, it's not tiny, but it's not huge.
I've been told that before.
Because Key West is 2 miles wide and I think 4 miles long, if I remember. Something like that, roughly.
It's the only highway in the U.S. that is 8 miles.
That's crazy. But yeah, there's no vehicles. And I worked and lived on the island for, I don't know, almost a year. And I basically spent the winter on the island. So, I've told stories on the live stream before about my trip across the ice on the snowmobiles. But it's just really surreal to be stuck on an island. Like, because there's a lot of times, like, if the weather is bad and stuff, you can't, because when the ice freezes up, the only way you get off that island is either snowmobile or a plane. And if the weather's bad, you're not taking a plane. And if the ice isn't frozen over, you're not going across the ice. So
last 2 years they didn't freeze over.
Dude. But the boats still stop. Well, you could, I guess
boats stopped running.
But you could have your own boat, right? It's not like.
No, because it was just a gap in the center that didn't freeze. So it froze around the island. It froze around.
God,
but
dude.
You know what, guys? Not to cut y'all off, but I'm going to pop out for a second. I'm going to call into.
So they couldn't get back and
forth. Work. I'm whispering because I don't want my mother to hear. Because I owe her money and I don't want her to start screaming at me. So I will be back.
Sounds good.
Be careful.
There was 1 year for pond hockey. The bay didn't even freeze.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Global warming.
I mean, I wonder. I'm sure there must have been, but I wonder how long before then it was that the ice didn't freeze up.
2 years before that, it was over 2.5 feet, solid all the way across.
Because I mean, I remember at certain points, you get pressure cracks out there. You know what I mean?
They throw OSB down,
but to
no,
just not freeze up, man, that's just wild. Dude, because look, for anybody else that doesn't know, if you've never lived in Michigan or whatever, dude, it gets really cold in the wintertime.
Well, the year before we didn't see it freeze, the year before at pond hockey, which is end of February, -60 for a week. And then the following year, nothing. It didn't even freeze.
Yeah.
We were making rinks and parking lots and all other kinds of crap just to keep it going.
I read Lumberjack's comment about fun fact: I've cried during Snoopy Come Home. Hey man, Snoopy. T-Mog, how you been doing, man?
Been doing all right. It's been about a week now since I stopped working at Stampede, so kind of glad that's done, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't caught all of your videos lately. What caused that?
No, Stampede is just like an event that happens here in Calgary, and so I just got a job working there, basically picking up trash and such. And by the way, not looking forward to doing that again with the amount of things I had to take out of the trash can by hand.
Yeah.
People are pigs.
Oh my God. So, I've in the last over 20 years, I've worked in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Like just different apartment communities. And sometimes people will just be jackasses and just throw their trash on the ground, their bags, like a trash bag on the ground instead of putting in a dumpster, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so if they do that, we'll put gloves on and stuff, man, and we'll try and find an address so we can charge you. But yeah, dude, sifting through trash is not a fun thing to do.
Well, the thing I had to I had the night shift, so we basically had to deal with overflowing barrels. So we had to get another bag and fill in those bags by hand.
Right.
So basically had some very fun things to take out that I just Yeah,
it sounds disgusting. And I remember a long time ago I had a job for a little while with a cleaning company, and one of the places that we cleaned was a strip club.
Fun.
Oh, I know what it's like to do that.
I will say though, we found a lot of extra money.
Really?
Oh, dude, you wouldn't believe how many dollar bills you'd find underneath the tables and stuff like that.
One of the people I was working with, he found 2 poker chips because there's a casino across from where the Stampede was happening. He went in there and he came out with $200, which
wow,
to me is a decent amount because everyone else just found $2 on the ground, and he walked out with 200 basically in the end.
Wow. Yeah, there's been a lot of weird times that that's kind of happened where you just find money, usually at the right time too.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, how's it going?
Hey, Will.
My dad told me a story about one time he went to go swimming at the pool where he lived, and he said it was it was a pool that was open 24 hours. It was just at your own risk. You know what I mean? You could just go in there. And he went in and he thought there was leaves at the bottom of the pool. So my dad, being the nice guy he is, he swam down there to, clean it out. And it was just quite funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't remember how much he said he found, but Will says, I'm looking for a few while busy. Won't be typing. Right on, Will. Thanks for being here, though, man. Oh, B-Fab is back.
Oh, I'm here to add some personality to the stream. Okay.
There you go. Because I tell you, this isn't enough, man. You got personality. Not just
Did you pick some up while you were gone?
Look is not enough at this point.
Did you get off the phone to go find some?
Yeah, I still couldn't find it. feel like B.F.W, your personality sucks ass. So yeah.
So did you do okay calling out?
Yeah, here's what I said. Hey, just so you guys know, I have metal in my leg. My leg is killing me. I can't move. And they're like, they're thinking to themselves, dude, it's been 3 weeks. You've already called in twice. You're gonna get fired. The thing is, this is the first job. Yeah, no, it's been like 3-4 weeks, but this is the first job where I've had any sort of power because I'm a coordinator now. So I'm running like a fifth of the store. Like people need help, they call me. It's like basically I'm a manager in training to some extent, you know.
Right now, jobs are dime a dozen.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like in reality, I mean I don't like the job, but and the pay is crap. But I think having that on your resume that you were a coordinator looks really good. You know, if I want to try to get any other job in the future. So.
And as somebody that hires and fires BFAB, seeing you're a coordinator for 3 weeks does not help.
No, that's when you lie and you're like, I've been it for like 3 years. Like you just extend your little. I've done that before. Like,
I can tell you right now,
pretty fast. I just extend it. So.
I used to hear about how like a lot of CEOs like just work like kind of around the clock all the time.
Yeah.
You know? Like they don't do the same type of work as like you would do if you were like, you know, roofing or something, you know what I mean? Obviously, but they work all the time, right? And I used to think that was so weird, you know, like how could you just work all the time? Now I understand, like in my job, because dude, I can get called like any second, you know what I mean? For any time, for anything, you know what I mean? I can get called right now and like multiple apartments are flooding. That's what happened actually last weekend. And I've only taken, well, and I mean, and when I say these things, I want everybody to understand, I understand my job. Like I can quit if I want to, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I've done that before.
Well, I mean, it's not as easy as it seems because, you know, I have bills and stuff and I have to make sure like I can get a job making at least the same amount of money, you know, to stay.
And you got a Lego problem.
Right. I do have a Lego problem. But yeah, I've only taken like 1 or 2 days off in the last like 10 months. And even on those 1 or 2 days off that I took, I still got called for stuff.
Yeah.
I just, that's why I have so much anxiety about Brickfair because I really do need a break from my job.
They're gonna call you. They're gonna be like, "We need you to come back." You're like, "Nah."
But dude,
my
you
phone
gotta
hasn't rang since I gave my 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, but there are so many things that I'm responsible for, man. Dude, there's almost 900 apartments here. Do you know how difficult it is to make sure 900 apartments stay cool and like 100-degree heat?
You ignore your tenants. They call and they're like, "Yeah,
there is all kinds of plumbing. You know, there's plumbing issues. Things that happen that I'm responsible for are a matter of people's health and well-being and safety. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing as like, you know, a paramedic or a cop. But dude, if people's apartments flood, I have to be responsible for these, you know, their well-being to make sure they're okay, make sure stuff gets fixed, makes it stay safe. You know what I mean? You know, if like there's mold issues, I got to get it taken care of. You know, like I'm dealing with the county with stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things, man, that are really, really important that I deal with and I'm responsible for. So I have an assistant. I have a boss, so I mean, they should be able to take care of things while I'm gone. But dude, there's like 100 different things that could literally happen that they would have to call me for. Now, I'm hoping like unless something like is burning down, I'm not gonna get messed with. But that's the thing.
With your luck, something's gonna burn down. You're like, fuck.
I mean, I don't. You know,
how do you need me to go? You know, and set some buildings on fire. I can help you with that. You know.
No, that would be the complete opposite of helping.
Many arsonists in the making.
Like as further from the opposite as you can think of.
You got a job offer in the chat.
I saw that. I'd be a horrible babysitter. And people are gonna hate me for this. Don't cancel me for this. It's not my fault. I still remember when I was watching my neighbor's kid, right? And he hit herself. And I told the mother, I said, if she does it, she's going to have to sit in there for hours because I'm not changing a diaper. And the poor girl sat in the for like 6 hours.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so I told the mother, I'm like, just so you know, I'm helping you out. But if she does that, I'm not like, and she's like, okay.
So how are you helping?
because I was watching her kid because she wanted to go on a date or something. So I said, okay, you're going to do this. Just remember.
Don't get me wrong. I partially blame her, too, for letting you babysit the kid.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I told her. It's not like I warned her. I gave her the heads up, just so you know, here's what's going to happen, you know?
Oh, Lumberjack says that he got a text from your boss and they have been watching the stream. I was wondering, yes, so they must be one of the 15 people watching right now? Your boss?
Oh, my boss? I would hope not, but, I mean, I did tell them the truth. So, yeah. For once. I still remember when I pulled off the card where I didn't want to go to work, but I also didn't want to look bad. I also didn't want to get penalized for it. So I said, like, my grandpa died. He's alive and well. He's kicking it.
I'm really starting to think maybe I should just mute you. Like, I don't know. Like, you keep saying very extreme things.
Oh. Hive's channel's just getting all kinds of strikes right now.
I'm getting canceled again. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I know how to take it in strides now. I just burst out crying on stream until I can change or something.
I got a copyright claim on my new shorts video I put up, but I was like,
really?
I was like, I don't care.
I know they're taking like your half a penny. I feel so bad for you.
I was like, it's a shorts video. Open build repeat. Good morning to you.
OBR in the house.
Oh yeah, I got some stuff to add to the mod that I was going to open up. I got me some beach people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I also got this Friends surf shop that I wanted some pieces out of. Put myself in the big screen and show you guys which ones. All right. So definitely the surfboards over here, but I really I was wanting to use the sign and maybe the canoe. I'm not sure.
Not the big cute seal over here in the corner? When you're done, you get a new jacket.
Dude, why do they do that, man? Why do they do that? Why can't they just make it a normal looking seal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes me upset about. I don't know. I'm probably going to come off like a real jackass, you know, saying this and not saying it the right way or whatever. But like, on one hand, I'm like, they say that girls and boys, you know, equal. You know what I mean? Like if like
I'm gonna mute myself so I don't get canceled again. Continue.
City sets, like all this stuff. Harry Potter, you know, Ninjago, all that shit should be for boys and girls. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why do they all of a sudden want to like do this to a Lego set and say this is for girls? No, all this is for girls. You know what I mean? I get what the marketing, I get what they're trying to do, but it's like, I don't understand why you can't just market all this. Because when you do this, that means you're saying all this is marketed towards boys.
Mm-hmm.
Even though anybody can play with it, but you're saying this is all marketed towards boys. This is for girls.
Yes.
So that's the part that I don't. And again, I'm probably coming off wrong saying it, you know what I mean, or whatever. Or there's something I'm obviously maybe misunderstanding. But I mean, look, I'm all about equality, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, what's the deal? It's kind of like how I've ranted about like the whole skin tone thing. And I know there's a lot of people that disagree with me about it, but I'm like, they need to do away with the yellow skin.
Did you see Shy's video?
That was a good one.
I don't know. I remember I was gonna watch it. I can't remember if I saw it or not. It's not. Because he just put it out not too long ago, right? It was like
it was like a couple days ago. But he did basically bring up that point. But like he's like, I mean, he wasn't like let's get rid of all yellow minifigs or whatever. But he did say, I forgot exactly. Oh shoot, I already forgot what he said. But it was a really good video. It's a really good video.
I'll have to go watch it and see what his point.
Shy always is putting out these banger, hot topic, a little bit controversial videos, which I appreciate. So.
Yeah, he's always good with his insight. But yeah, I mean, I just think they need to get rid of it, dude. And again, I've countered every argument anybody's ever come at me about it. Whether or not they like my counterpoint, I don't know, but I don't know. So Lego does a lot of stuff like that. That just like I was debating the other night about the whole "Everyone is Awesome" set, and I was talking about how like there have been a couple things that I've noticed, and I noticed it again when I was at the Lego store the other day, where they won't come right out and just say what the set is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's all about playing together. Everyone is awesome. You know, and if you click on the barcode and watch the guy talk about it, yes, then he says what it is. Even in the description that Lego has on their website, because Shai was saying like they say it in the description. I read the description, and it's still doesn't come right out and say what it is. Like
I think that's a newer thing, right? For Lego, they have to tippy toe kind of around the situation.
That's what everybody was saying the other night. They got it, and I'm like, yeah, they think they do, and their own marketing way. But if they were for the cause and like strong, they would just come right out and say it. You know what I mean? Just like how
but you saw how much controversy the set caused when it got revealed. Like that set, I have never seen this much.
I know, but everybody acted like the world was going to crumble, dude. If people were to stop buying Lego, they would have done it with their prices, man, a long time ago. You know what I mean? A lot of us would have come to our senses and slowed down, you know what I mean, and not bought so much or spent money that we shouldn't have on Lego, but we do anyways.
I mean, I think people are just making it such a big deal. It's one Lego set. Like, I'm all about this viewpoint. I believe you can believe whatever you want. You don't have to agree with the set. You can't agree with the set. But to make it such a big deal.
People are hypocrites about it, BFAB. If you really want to start digging into shit, you know what I mean? All the cell phones everybody holds. You know where they get those goddamn batteries, the zinc and everything? They have kids in Africa mine that stuff, dude. You know what I mean? When you go to eat Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A, you know about their opinions on stuff. You know what I mean? Like, dude, there's so many things if you really start digging. You ain't going to be going or buying really much of anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a double standard, or people
choose but people focus on what upsets them. You know what I mean? And then that's when they become hypocrites because they don't say nothing about everything else. And that's where I'm like, dude, Lego, if you're going to support the cause, support it. Like, be vocal about it. You know what I mean? Don't be vague. You know what I mean? Yes, we all know what it is, but I just really wish Lego would just be straight up there like, this set is for the LGBTQ, the plus community, but like they would say stuff like just be right out front, not the designer talking about it and saying this, when you click, when you scan the barcode to watch the video or whatever, like at the Lego store.
I think it will happen more when more sets come out. Like there's a Queer Eye set coming out, the Queer Eye apartment set that's coming out. I think the more it becomes normalized in the sense where like Lego, this is like, so they've had little sets where they had like the pride flag in it, but it's never been the main set. It's never been the main part of the set. And then you release the Everyone is Awesome set, and then LGBTQ plus community becomes a center point, right? And now with them releasing this other set very soon, that's kind of another set that's kind of branching towards that direction. And I think the more Lego does that, if Lego decides to release 1 or 2 Pride sets every year, whatever, right? It's okay. It doesn't affect anyone. Mm-hmm. And if people act like it does, just don't buy the set. It really is not that big of a deal.
and it just occurred to me, I was thinking about it. In the last 10, 15 minutes, I have defended against Lego. I have defended race, sex, and, sexual orientation. And these things I've just been talking about. Whether it's skin color, these sets that should be not just labeled for girls, like every set should be for girls, you know what I mean? And then like the Everyone is Awesome set. Like, look, I'm glad they made the set. I think it's a good set, and I think it's obviously the right direction that they should be going in. You know what I mean? And I love the message. I really do. I just didn't think it was enough to have the parade that everybody had about it. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's a good start.
If Lego would have came out with a set that had like a gay couple in it, dude, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's being real vocal and supporting. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I was saying that before about like, I love the set and everything. Everybody was freaking out about it, man. And I'm like,
I think people made it too much of a big deal in the sense where people just got angry over it. At the end of the day, which, I mean, I brought this point up so many times. You either accept the set for what it is, you don't buy it, or you buy it because you like monochrome minifigs. Either way, you're not losing, right? You buy the set because you want to support the LGBTQ plus community. Good job. You're supporting them. You're showing you stand by them. And to them, it means a lot more than to me, right? As a straight guy, like having a set means,
and I totally get that. I do, man. I don't want to shit on that. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to shit on that. I just, it's kind of like how my opinion is on the skin color thing. I mean, everybody, like, a lot of people disagree with me, but I just feel like, more people of color should be represented in Lego, man. And it's just like they can do it, but for different reasons, and one reasons I don't know, they don't. Hey, I just want to say hello to MNRK. What's up, brother? And I saw 117. He says that he's going to go hang out with Bearded Bricks at the Lego store. Right on, brother. Right on. Brett says it is a common thought that Lego Friends is for girls, but most of the AFOL males I know who build City love the Friends sets for parts. Dude, I'm one of them. I've got tons of different Friends. I don't want to say tons, but I definitely have a good amount of Friend sets that some I've acquired just for free when I bought just bins of Lego or whatever. But I've went out and bought some stuff. Dude, they have tons of good architecture. Tons of good architecture. They just have a habit of putting colors in it that I'm like, dude, you don't need a magenta handrail, you know what I mean, on your whatever. It's just, I mean, like I was showing this one that I was going to give to Claire. I was showing this the other day. Like, this is a really awesome set. And the only reason I'm not really keeping it is because I already have like 2 lighthouses now. But like, dude, this is a rad set. Dude, look at that ice cream cone, man. I mean, it's built awesome. I don't really have too much of an issue actually with any of the colors for the shop. Even like this awning with the purple in it, that's fine, man. The lighthouse, I'm like, dude, you don't need a pink light. Come on, man. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you could easily swap these parts out, you know what I mean, for red or something. Or if you really like the color, obviously you can leave it. But it just, I like a little more realism, obviously, in my sets. But dude, it's look at that bed. It's got the anchors on it.
That's one ugly bed. I would not sleep in that.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, they make really good stuff. It's just usually it's the colors that throw me off.
I feel like guys, I mean, obviously they're not appealing to us with friend sets, but if friend sets had more neutral colors and didn't have many dolls, I am telling you, I would buy all the sets because the friend sets are very detailed and they're better than even the city sets. Like, literally, if you took the Friends designers and you put them in the city theme, city would be so much better. But I feel like city, they give us these very mediocre buildings with very little inside compared to, let's say, Friends, where they're very highly detailed. And we're not getting a barber shop in city, or we're not getting a salon in city. We're getting a police station and a fire station 7,000 times. So
that's why I've gotten a lot of Friends stuff, because it not like I got an Italian restaurant, you know what I mean? I got like an art store, you know what I mean? Like, dude, yeah, you're right. That's a really good point I didn't think about, but subconsciously, I guess that's why I bought a lot of them, because you don't get a lot of that stuff in city sets. Like city sets are like the same things, like mostly over and over, like police and fire station, or like
they just tease the team,
right? Right. Like, and that's why also a lot of the buildings that I bought too have been like creator, like 3-in-1 sets. By the way, everybody, everybody, you should go check out Walmart. If you haven't,
does not have.
I've never heard of Walmart. What's Walmart? They don't have those in my country.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of people getting a lot of good deals, and even now mine, I'm starting to see 50%, a little bit, a couple at 70%. I almost bought some stuff last night, but
I bought
they had any Star Wars
ugly.
Stuff.
I bought ugly Mario for 40% off. So
$3 a box.
Clearance?
Yeah, we got clearance, sir.
Chef, what they have at $3?
The mech, Marvel mechs.
Oh, okay. Those are good.
And Thor.
Yeah, if I would have seen any Star Wars stuff on big sale, like a good big sale, I would have gotten it. But dude, I'm really behaving myself for Brickfair.
I got the Y-Wing.
Yeah, the only thing that's
70 for 42. So
is at our Walmart for Star Wars is they've got Baby Yoda or Grogu. That's the only one on the shelf. Star Wars at our Walmart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and I oh my god, do you know how difficult it was for me not to buy the Speed Champion sets last night?
Very difficult.
I broke down and did it,
dude.
In the beginning when they come out, I couldn't handle it. I've missed Speed Champions waiting before, so now I just when they hit the shelf,
I feel like I was possessed, man. I had to stop my arm from grabbing it. You know what I mean? Just because they had them all, except for the one with the truck with the really awesome rims. Like they didn't have that one, but. Dude, why am I not buying that dragster that's got the B on it? Like, what is wrong with me, dude? Like, why am I not buying that? It's crazy.
Are you saying that they had the new ones, or they had the clearance ones?
No, the new ones, but they do have the ones on clearance too. Like they had also the the Subaru? Is that the one? The yellow one?
Supra.
Subaru. And they had the McLaren. They had the B dragster duo pack, and then they had the other duo pack that wasn't the one with the truck. I can't. It was the Corvette.
Yeah, the Corvette.
Yeah, the double pack Corvette one.
And then the Ford. What is it? The new Bronco is a good build too.
I want them so bad. I love Speed. I love Speed Champions, man. Good lord.
I love Speed Champions on clearance. I literally was gonna go buy a bunch of the sets. And the next day they were all gone. It's like somebody took all the Speed Champions and Jurassic World sets.
And that's something I always try to make clear to a lot of people, especially newer people that see me, is like when I go on these tyrants about Lego and stuff like that, I go on them about the company and like the people that run the company and their decision making and their marketing and their not communication with their fans and all that stuff. It's about them, not their product. Mm-hmm. I mean, occasionally, yes, I'll bitch about the product if something's overpriced or not right or whatever. But I mean, for the most part, dude, I never have an issue with the product because, dude, Lego makes some fantastic stuff, man. Like I was just saying about the Speed Champions. Dude, I have never been into cars that much. I've liked cars that are cool and everything, but I've never been in them. Dude, I love these Speed Champions. I would, if we weren't going to Brick Fair, I would have already dropped like, whatever, $150, $200 on Speed Champion sets. I would have gotten all three of those double packs and then all the individual ones.
Just less I got to take with me.
But I know.
I couldn't help it. I have a problem.
Dude, I know without even doing any math, I'm going to be spending it easy $500-$600 on Lego. Easy.
Yeah.
Dude. Because the gunship's $350 right off the bat.
I told the wife I was picking up Diagon Alley.
And then she's like, I'm filing for a divorce.
Dude, so look, I got to be careful. I can't talk too loud when I see this.
Yeah.
So look, this is like, it's almost like a golden ticket. Okay. Like I obviously can't like be stupid, but like I have the opportunity where I can buy some stuff while we're at Brick Fair, So I have to be very careful that I don't buy a gunship and a Diagon Alley and then another UCS set and another UCS set. because there's all gonna be all the smaller stuff that we're gonna want to get. Like there's I lost track of how many goddamn Star Wars sets that are coming out right now than the first that I want. You know what I mean? Everything from like that Darth Vader, the chamber thing to the Mandalorian sets. You know what I mean? And then there's like Speed Champions. Then there's Harry Potter stuff that we've already I've been holding off.
I've been holding off for Brick Fair for that.
There's the city stuff with all the animals that are coming out.
Yeah.
There's even like Ninjago and Friends stuff that I was like, I'd like to get that. What else? Like, I know there's like creator stuff and all that I'm not thinking about.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for the truck October 1st. I'll buy that one before I buy the Porsche.
I need to do what some of our friends do and stick with just basically one theme. It's so hard, man.
I think that's too difficult to do, though. There's so many good sets coming out from so many good themes. It's hard to just stick with one thing.
I hate Lego.
Stick to Ninjago. I hate them too. Lego needs to stop making good products. I'll cry with you.
I've had to work so hard
I still live with my mother at 22 because of Lego.
Dude, I'm about to come and live with you and your mom too.
You're welcome.
We can split the rent 1/3. Like 3/3.
No, she can pay for it all. You're welcome. She totally hates me. She's like, "Oh, when are you gonna start paying rent?" And I'm like, "Never."
Let me see what everybody's been talking about real quick. Let's see. Said once the team was talking about going to the store with bricks. Lego says all these sets people lost it about the everyone is awesome set. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. Complaining does nothing.
It's so simple. You have it 100%. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and look, and that goes for me as well. That goes for me as well, man. When I complain about stuff, dude, for me, I think it's therapy. Like, let me tell you guys something. I was a smoker for like at least 20 plus years. Okay. I've never had a healthy diet. I've got diabetes, strokes and heart attacks were on my family. But dude, every time I go see my doctor, my blood pressure is it's perfect. It's beautiful. Like they even tell me all the time, like, man, you have really good blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. Like, and you guys see me like, I'll be, like, and I still have good. I think it's because I just get shit out, man. I don't like bottled stuff inside of me. You know what I mean? Like if I'm mad about something, dude, I get it out and that's it. You know what I mean? Some people like it, some people don't. Yeah, oddly enough, a lot of people do like it when I rant about things. I never thought that would be the case.
I do. I think unless it like brought over to like the next stream. You know, like I love your rants until it's like
it's funny when I get pissed off about.
Oh no, I think it's great. I love when you rant, except when it just goes from like one stream to the next stream to the next. You're like, okay, Hive, drop it just for 1 second.
One of my buddies will purposely piss me off, like.
Oh no, I like.
Just
it sounds weird, but I like when you get angry. So.
Oh god, but yeah, man, I don't know.
I get a good kick out of it.
But it does feel good, man, to just get something out, man, and it's good, dude. It's not a bad thing to rant about something or be mad about something or point something out or call something out. I mean, it's not a bad thing, man.
I love complaining. I mean, that's what I've kind of now made my whole channel about. Like everyone, like I keep getting comments, why do you complain so much? And I'm like, because you guys watch the video still and it feels good, you know? Just like
yeah.
Because when I have a title saying like I hate this new Lego theme, people are like, oh, you're such a douche, you complain too much, and they watch the video, they dislike the video, and then YouTube recommends it more. It's hilarious right now that I dropped a video about like ideas and stuff, and all the Bionicle fans that were hating on the video are now getting that.
But again, but BFAB, I was watching, and when I first started watching the video, I was like, okay, what's he going to talk about with the idea stuff? You know what I mean? But dude, you brought up a point I completely agree with, and I've brought up before, and I can't remember. Some people have argued with me about it, but I mean, like, because they're like, oh, they're not going to make it exactly because of the piece count. Like, I get that, man. But some of this stuff is so far, like what you said it perfectly. I was trying to always think of the right way to put it. You said it perfectly. It's more of just like a name.
Yeah.
Like if I built an aquarium and then they build one, it looks nothing like mine. It's just like, okay, I gave them the idea to build an aquarium. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what bothers me about ideas. I mean, I'm not complaining about the builds, but I feel like for the most part, ideas builds are really strong. But when it comes to a fan submitting their project, literally, like what you just even brought up, it's you're taking an idea. It's like I built this life-size, I don't know, castle, and all of a sudden Lego's like, oh, you made a castle, I'm going to make one too. It looks like nothing like my project. So what's the point of me being there? Literally at this point, Lego should be like, yo, what would you guys like to see? Have people submit like what they see or vote what they want, and then you make it. You don't have to pay the 1%. You don't have to do any of that. And I mean, the fan's not really doing anything in the first place.
Well, like here, and also, okay, look. I'm trying to think if like I had submitted something and they picked it. Okay, here's where would I swallow my pride and not say anything? You know what I mean? Because
when you
obviously
1% of the money,
because you get 1%. You get 1% of the money, man. And a lot of people might not think that's a lot, but dude, 1% of any Lego set, you're gonna get some money.
Yeah,
like it. I don't know. You might not get millions of dollars, but you're definitely gonna get some money. And you're probably going to get money for a long time. You know what I mean? Well, I guess until it retires, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so
a year or two.
I think you get paid every quarter.
Well, plus
that's what I was told, I believe.
You get 5 sets Like they give you 5 sets, you get, and plus you're immortalized onto a Lego set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, so all that, dude, you're like, I'd be giddy. You know what I mean? And then I look at the set and it looks like nothing like what I designed, right? So what do? Do I say something? Like, do I go on my YouTube channel and rant about,
what, you wait till it's released and you're getting your 1%, then you complain. You're like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah, like as soon as they sign that check, I'm like, "All right, on the high stream."
Wait your very last check. That's what I would totally do. I want my 1%,
man. That's what they bought. They bought my silence. But no, I mean, like, would I have a right to complain? Should I complain? Like, what? I don't know.
Okay to complain. I think that complaining isn't always a bad thing, because the thing is, when we complain about something, it's because we're passionate about it. We want the product to improve.
Or I was gonna say, or maybe I will just make a legitimate complaint. Like, hey man, that's not cool. They didn't make it like what I designed. But oh well, like nothing.
You say that like, oh, they're making the set. They're like, oh, wait a second. All of a sudden, your set didn't make it through a review.
Like, don't. Oh gosh.
I was like, I couldn't have said anything.
I was at Walmart the other day.
With purchase.
What's that?
Are you gonna get the sailboat with purchase?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, we haven't really talked about that. That's a
already
really
calculated
awesome.
how I can get 2.
Don't you?
I can't remember what you got to do. Spend $85.
It's 200, I think.
150, I think.
God damn.
Yeah.
I was like, the sailboat ain't worth it anymore.
I mean, shit, man. Spend another $150. You could have got the lightsaber, Yoda's lightsaber with the cantina, man. Check out how you could be BFAB's stepdad.
I mean,
can you imagine we got a live stream? Everybody's gonna be like, "Hi, I told BFAB to go to bed." BFAB, get in your room.
You know what? I think my mother is probably interested. Mom,
dude, BFAB. Oh my gosh, you imagine arguments. BFAB be like, "You're not my dad." You're like, "I know, you're not my son."
New Lego reality TV show coming soon.
We'd both be on the highest stream, and I'd be like, "I'm not talking to him right now."
But I joined in with my account. Oh hey, how's it going? Damn it! You won't leave me alone.
Just keeps following me around. Anyways, good times. Good times. Good times. So I cleaned out my truck. Jeff, what are you driving, man?
I'm driving the wife's car.
Because I didn't know, well, I'm thinking mainly of like Clarence Sands. But
I've got enough room. I'm cleaning mine out today.
Because I was gonna say, like, a bunch of us could drive my truck. The problem with my truck is, even though there are 2 seats in the back, it's it's not an extended cab, so there's not a lot of room. But if we could do it, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Fine.
Or
mileage better than your truck.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I just still can't believe, man, I'm so close to Brickfair.
Me either.
And I guess I get it now, because I remember I was asking Ryan the other day about, like, maybe we should go to like my Lego store and it won't be as busy. You know what I mean? We won't have to wait in the biggest line, but everybody's going to be at the one and where we're going to be at, for Brickfair. So I get being down there is like, I don't know. I don't want to say more exciting, but even though that is true.
Yeah.
But it'd be weird if we weren't at that one. Especially since everybody's going to be expecting us, and everybody that we know that's going to go to Brickfair is going to go to that one. I think we lost BFAB.
I think I've read a couple chats last time we were on stream too. People are just going to go see how long the line can get with us.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that we're trying to gauge
how early. Going to do.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, we're trying to gauge how early to go, because, dude, I think this one is going to probably be bigger than normal. Not just because of the gunship, but all the sets that are coming out on the first. There's a lot of stuff coming out. and Brickfair.
Yeah. It's going to be a long line.
Yep.
So I think that
Calgary.
T-Mog, are you going?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I want to get. Like,
oh my gosh, T-Mog, you're going to be there too?
Oh no, not at Brickfair. I'm talking for like my Lego store.
Oh,
sorry, no, sorry.
That's right. I was like, oh, I'm never going to see you too.
No.
But
sorry.
yeah, so you're gonna but you're definitely gonna be at the Lego store.
Yeah, my store's so small though compared to other stores. So
really,
well, I'd say so based on the ones I visited in Edmonton, seeing like videos of other stores. So
that's how the one is. The one at the bigger mall near me. It's a small store compared to like all the other Lego stores I've been to.
Yeah, and there's gonna be like a huge lineup, and most of the people are there gonna be for Star Wars, and it's like I showed you that clip from May,
That's
right?
right. Is that the same place?
Yes.
Oh my God, T-Mog.
It's gonna be like double. Like I'm willing.
And you still went early that day, didn't you?
Oh, I'm gonna go earlier on the 1st.
Yeah, because I always try and get to them like an hour early. But I think we're gonna have to do better than that this year.
No, I'm gonna.
I mean, look,
like,
Ryan and I were talking.
Early.
Ryan and I were talking like 3 hours, man. But like other people were like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" Like they're like, "That's way too early." But dude, I don't know, man. Because it's not about like I want to be as close to the front of the line as possible. Look, yeah. I am almost positive.
I'll have my Red Bull ready.
Yeah, I know. I think that while we're there, we'll probably and we're all together, like we sit down and eat and stuff. We'll probably figure it out then. Like we'll make a final decision. Yeah, because I honestly believe if you're towards the back of the line, they're gonna sell out before you get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, especially if they let people buy 2 at a time. Because
look, now people are. Some people have been telling me about. I don't know if you guys saw or remember. I made a video about the us getting stuff 2 months later than everybody else, and the reason I was told, and I thought it was pretty legit, was because the bigger retail stores like Target and Walmart were overstocked, and some of them have sold stuff out, but in general they're overstocked and trying to get rid of their inventory before the new stuff comes in, which makes sense because most of the ones I see still have a ton of shit, on their shelves. But now I'm being told it more has to do with COVID, which to my counterpoint was, but they're releasing all these other sets on the same day. You know what I mean? Over here in America. And the gunship is being released on the same day everywhere in the world.
Yep.
So, I mean, and it could be legit. It's hard to say, and that's why I wish Lego would just communicate with us. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say exactly what the reason is. But the point is, when I made this video, I thought it was for one thing, and now it could be for something else. But I don't know. I feel like stuff's definitely gonna sell out this time pretty quick.
Yep.
I have a feeling. Limited sets.
Oh yeah, I know my store's gonna limit 1 per person for everything. So and they're really gonna enforce that 1 promo as well per person.
Well, and here's want to know another reason why more people are gonna buy the gunship right now, because of that misprint for the Imperial logo.
I could care less. Like I'm still gonna open it and build it. Like I don't really care for the misprint on the box.
I don't. Here's the thing that I've been thinking about, because I'm with you. If we had the house right now and I had my Lego room and stuff, yeah, dude, I'd be building it day one, right? But obviously, I don't have a lot of room right now. I could still probably build it and set it on this table and just take up the whole table. But I'm like, well, maybe I might leave it in the box. You know what I mean? Because at first I was like, why am I even buying it right now? Why not just wait? It'll sell out, but it'll be back up eventually. But then I'm like, nah, maybe I will buy it, just not open it and for the longest time until I'm ready, and then we'll see what happens around that time. I'll see what kind of commotion is about the box. If that box for some reason, if it skyrockets, you know what I mean, then I might not have a choice.
Jeez, you got me doubting myself now because, like, for me, it's like I'm dumping a total of 500 Canadian dollars, which isn't normal for me.
Dude, no. Look, like I've mentioned this before too. Like, I'm not rich by any means, but I make good money with my job. But even then, man, dropping anything more than $100 or more on a Lego set, it's not a small feat. It's not a small task. Yeah, I'm preaching to the choir. All of you guys know this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Lego's weird when with what's the value of stuff. You know what I mean? Like when it goes up and all that. Because dude, it's hard to say what this misprint will do or if it'll do anything. But I feel like it will do a lot because think about even if there wasn't a misprint.
Yeah.
And let's say like T-Mog, you buy the gunship and you just sit on it. You know what I mean? And then that thing retires. You know, I mean, we all know it's hard to say what kind of value, but we all know the price will go up.
Oh yeah, UCS always go up.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since it's obviously his first UCS gunship, and it's the first one in a long time that they made for the prequels. But is it going to go up even more because they put an Imperial logo instead of the Republic?
It might. We don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. Everybody out in chat, what do you guys think? Are you guys getting it, or do you guys think the misprint is a big deal? Like it matter?
Is it going to be
not buying it? I don't have the room.
What T-Mog?
Is like the misprint also going to be on the instructions as well?
I don't know. I feel like it's
could you just sell the instructions then if like someone really wanted a misprint for something like that, or even just sell the box? Like I get about like the seal thing, but like if you just want the box, sell the box or the instructions.
Here's the thing. I don't understand how they messed it up. Like, all right, because I remember like in Ryan's video, he mentioned about like, they have had Google and stuff, and
yeah.
To me, that's a good point. Even more so is their research team. How do they not get that right? Anyways, like if you're going to build a set, you think again, you would make sure you get all the details right about it, especially when Lego says like they don't miss any details about stuff. But
like even the logo on the side of the gunship. Oh, sorry.
No, that's what I was going to say. The logo on the side of the gunship, like when you see that logo. How did you put the different one on the box? That's the part I'm like, what do you, huh? I mean, and again,
two different people working. Like one group is working on the set, and the other group is working on box set, which I think they said in LegoCon or something like that, right?
Right, and which is why I'm like, okay, obviously, you guys are going to hire one of my handful of friends that know Star Wars, their encyclopedias. You know what I mean? But dude, why aren't you hiring somebody that oversees the theme, that knows Star Wars, knows the lore, you know what I mean, and would check all this stuff, that's what I don't understand, you know what I mean? Like, good morning, Mama Lego.
Morning, Mama.
I mean, T-Mog.
Yeah.
Imagine if you own Lego. You own this multi-billion-dollar company, you know what I mean? Like that's their profit, billions of dollars. You would just think, I mean, there's a lot of business stuff that I just wouldn't understand. I mean, I would definitely need to hire people that know these things,
Yeah.
But I would know like simple things like, okay, look, I want somebody that knows Ninjago. And if we gotta interview some people that we probably wouldn't hire, like some younger people or whatever, just as advisors, you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna make the final calls. Like somebody else can make the final calls, but they're advisors, like. And thinking about it, if you hired some people, like again, I'm not, as much as I love Star Wars, I'm just not in a good enough encyclopedia. But let's say I was, okay, and Lego was like, look, we'll pay you $50,000 a year to be an advisor. You don't even have to like leave home. You can do it from your laptop. You know what I mean? We can use the camera and show you stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
I'd be like, yes, please. Like, even if they offer me less money, you know what I mean? And like, if I can keep a routine or somewhat of a schedule to where I can still work my job, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Cause once you get too low, I mean, I can't do my own job. I won't be able to survive off that. But, yeah, dude,
Point is, just make sure you get that stuff you're doing right.
Dude, and you found certain people that they don't need a big income or whatever. Like they probably do it for free.
Yeah.
But it's just the point of like I don't understand. And I think it's more of like they're just like, no, there's got to be a criteria to be working here, and we can't give out certain secrets or trust certain people. I don't know what it is, man, but
something like that. Yeah.
It's just so weird. So I'm gonna go look at a house today.
Oh, nice.
After the stream.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys about this house or not. So we haven't been able to figure something out about the house because it says that it has a basement / crawl space. And I'm like, well, those are two different things. So is it a basement or is it a crawl space? Because the house that we just sold, that did have a basement and then had a crawl space access in the basement. But the thing that we were like, this can't have a basement in this house because the pictures that we've seen of it doesn't have a door on the outside of the house to enter the basement. And I thought, and I could be wrong, but I thought like by law, or code, like it has to have a door. Like you can't have somebody get trapped in a basement, maybe. I don't know, unless it was grandfathered in or something like that. So we're trying to figure that part out. But on the side of the house, like separated from the house, is like, I think they called it a work station or something like that. But it looks kind of like a shed in a way. But dude, it's like 30 feet long and like 15 feet wide. And it's got electric and it's got, I think, running water in it. Because they also said you could use it like as an in-house, like a in-law suite. You could make it like so somebody could live in there or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, holy shit, man! I can actually do better
out of that,
dude. Well, and Mrs. Haiwa didn't even think twice. She's like, yeah, that would probably work really good for your Lego room. You can call it a Lego house. So yeah, we're gonna go look at that today, and I'm gonna go check it out because I'm like, yeah, that's way bigger than a basement, dude. 30 feet long, 15 feet wide, and from the picture I saw, it looks like it's pretty much all just open space in there. So I can put a lot of tables and a lot of shelves.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, man, we gotta get out of this apartment. I can't take it anymore.
My wife keeps telling me the same thing. So we've been looking at houses for rent around here.
And look, when I say I can't take it anymore, I mean, that's stupid. Of course I could take it, dude. I mean, I could sleep on the floor in a living room and be okay. You know what I mean? But the point is like, I got spoiled. We went from a 3,600 square foot house to a 600 square foot apartment. And even if I was like slowly getting adjusted to the space and stuff, dude, this is insanity. Like, I can't, dude. I'm running out of space to even just put boxes in here. And I don't know how long until I can't move around in here, like how long we can live here and put stuff in here until I can't move around. Plus, since we know we're not staying, like we're not hanging stuff on the walls, we're not trying to damage the walls, put holes in it. So yeah, it's just weird. And plus I work here.
Yeah.
Which on one hand, it's really cool because I can like walk out my door and then walk 20 feet and then I'm at the shop. But I don't know. It's really weird working and living in the same place because I feel like it's a matter of time before some of the residents start knocking on my door wanting stuff or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And plus, I just, you work here. I don't want to see it every day. Go home. So I started hooking up some lights last night and I'm really kind of having a hard time figuring some stuff out. I kind of wish I would have maybe started a little earlier, try to figure some of these lights out. The lighthouse is completely fine. I've got an individual light that I can turn on that's got a battery. So I'll bring some extra batteries, and I'm basically only going to have it on during Saturday and Sunday. So the lighthouse is good. It's all the rest of the lights that I've been trying to figure out. So last night, and also the only other thing that I don't have an issue with right now is the lantern that Ninja's going to hold inside of the let me flip the screen a little bit, inside of the cave. So I know it's kind of hard to see, it's far away, but so the cave right here, Ninja's going to be inside it. He's going to be holding the lantern. Got that, no problem. So that and the lighthouse, piece cake. It's the stuff that I was going to do on the docks and just little extra things. So last night I basically hooked up lights under the docks and then one on each post. I put one on this boat, one light on the top, and then I put 2 lights in the houseboat and then 1 light inside of the van. So I'll plug it in and see how much you guys can see. I could probably get the smaller camera and move it around. Because I haven't decided if I want to keep it like this. And the problem that I'm having actually is trying to hide the wires good. Because unless I start drilling holes into the base plates and stuff like that, I can't really hide them. And then other places like around the boat or the van, I mean, I can take the wires and tie them around certain things and try and get them out of the way. They look pretty good, but I can't completely hide them. And I'm not sure how to go about doing that. Mainly because this thing's mobile. It'd be a lot easier once I have like a city setup and a Lego room or something. But let me get the other camera and I can kind of show you some of the lights here. Okay. Oh, the cord's not going to reach. Let me move this around. All right, there we go. All right, so inside of the camper van, here, let me show this side. It's a little bit nicer. All right, so inside the camper van, you can see I got one of those lights on. And that's because I just really wanted a light on in the van, because eventually I'll have someone in there doing something. Okay, so you can see I got a light here on this post, and then I put a light over on this post, and then underneath I put lights. And again, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I kind of like them because it makes it look like there are lights under the docks and like it's lighting up the water. And the light is green, which again, I didn't really mind too much because it still gives it that water look. It's kind of like if you did have a light under the water, it would still have a kind of a greenish tint, especially for like seawater. So, and then on the houseboat, let me open the door. So I put a light in there. And again, nobody's in here right now, but I'll put someone in there later. And then on the outside of the houseboat where the stormtrooper is here, the stud muffin stormtrooper, I decided to go ahead and put this blue light. And I asked Mrs. Hive last night, and she really likes it, especially when you turn more lights off and it's darker. It just gives it more of a chill vibe, like hanging out on the back of the houseboat. And then the last one, I put a light on top of this boat just to, you know, have a light on top of that boat. No particular reason. So, yeah, that's... But I think the way... So, like, you can see... I don't even barely see it, but you can see the wires right here behind the Jawa. And then on this side, you can see the wires on the side of the van. Oh, yeah, I put a light under it, too. I don't know why. Just to see what it looked like. So, but here's the thing. Like, sitting at the table, I would be sitting on this side. So, I don't know if I'm going to be on a corner or what, but this would be technically the back of the mock. So, like, whoever's hanging out with me, we would be on this side of the table, like back here. So people walking would be walking out here. So I think because of that, when they're walking out here, even if that corner is open, they're looking this way. So they're not going to see these wires, and they're probably not even going to see the ones sitting here behind the Jawas. So I think that'd be okay. The only other thing is on the posts, you can see the wires here. So I'll probably kind of maneuver them around a little bit. I don't know. See, so this is the kind of issue I'm having with the lights right now. Just trying to figure out what the hell to do with them. And I kind of wanted to put one more or two more lights for the surf shop. I wanted to maybe put one up top of the sign and then put like maybe one or two inside of the building, or maybe one's on the outside. Maybe even, if I can figure it out, maybe even one like right where the ATM is. And if I had the skills to do it, I would definitely, and one day maybe I can do it when I do the Lego room or whatever. I'd like to make that buoy, the light on top of the buoy. I'd really like to make that glow. But I think the only way I can do that is to have it sit in one spot, drill a hole in the bottom, and have the wire coming up, or figure out how to put a battery in there somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. But there's got to be a way. I took the top of the lighthouse off. But yeah, that's the plan. Oh, hey, Solo, what's happening? And Kevin Creamer, what's going on? He says that's some sweet light detail. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Huh?
And I said I seen Dude Jude out there too.
Oh, hey, Dude Jude. I'm glad you got your package. Dude Jude was one of the winners of the raffle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he God, what did you win, Dude Jude? Was it Earhart? I think you won the Earhart. Yeah. Amelia Earhart. And he says, see, Kevin Creamer says the water looks like a reflection. Very nice. Thank you. But I do have to give credit to two people for the water. One is, oh my gosh, I'm pulling a blank. Oh my gosh. Oh, Bricks for Chris. Bricks for Chris is the one that gave me the idea for the pattern, because I was just going to make them like straight when I first started, you know? And he's like, no, I try this, man, because it makes it more look wavy. And then when you go across it, like, where's it at? See this light, this piece of light here? Like when you go across, like it really gives it that flickering across water look. And plus it just has a really nice pattern. Now, as far as the depth goes, like you can see I use white bricks, then light gray, then dark gray, then black, you know, to create that going deeper look. That I got the idea from Brick Vault, the way they did their ocean for their city.
Okay.
They're like, I think the only ones I've ever seen do anything like that. Besides me now. But yeah, thank you so much though. But yeah, I love the water so much. It's probably one of my favorite things about the whole mock. I think it was honestly the reason I chose to do this, because I love the water so much. It looks so pretty. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can take this out of my city and redesign it as something different for Brickfair. He says, wait, no lights in the lighthouse. No, dude, I got a light for lighthouse. That's what this is right here. I just took it out right now because I was kind of messing around with the top of it. But yeah, so I got a light for the lighthouse. So it says you can put a 2-volt battery or a 2-volt button battery in there. Are you talking about for the buoy? You're right. That, I mean, look, this might sound blasphemy to some people, okay? Because I know there's some Lego collectors that are very hardcore about certain things. But I can tell you this. I don't mind. I got a dog hair on my hat. Hold on a minute. Oh my gosh, really? You guys see it?
Yeah.
My dog, what are you doing?
You like one of those fur brushes or something like that.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Every once in a while, one will get in between the threads of my shirt and it'll poke you.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, what the heck, man? It's just a hair. Why is it doing that? What I was gonna say was, I'll get my Dremel, and I'll hollow out a big enough space inside the bottom of a Lego piece if I need to put a battery in there. As long as it still has enough that it will clutch.
right.
That's the important thing. Because, and dude, unless there's a way I'm not thinking of, because I've learned how to make not base plates, Mills plates. I've learned how to make Mills plates basically from Hoosier, and you got to cut the base plates a little bit to make Mills plates. And I've had to cut base plates anyways, because when I have my forest, not everything matches up completely perfect. So in some places where I needed like this much base plate or something, I had to cut an old base plate. And there's been a couple people that were like, what are you doing? But I'm like, dude, I got to, so yeah. So, if I have to do that to put a battery in there, I will, but I'm not worried about it right now. I don't even know 100% how much of the lights I'm keeping. There's only 2 lights I know that I'm keeping for sure. The lighthouse and the lantern that Ninja's going to hold. All this other stuff, I'm trying to see if I can do it and it'll look okay, Oh, thanks, Kevin. Thank you so much. Or just drill a hole. I've done that a couple of times. That's what my first thought was. Solo was, and if we're still talking about the buoy, that's what I was thinking about, was drilling a hole like right under it. It would just have to stay in that spot, which is fine. You know what I mean? The only time it might ever be an issue is if I maybe was doing a stop motion, and at that point I can put a brick right over that where the hole is, and no biggie, no harm done. But yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe just drilling a hole under it, then running the wires right into the table. Even for this, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, obviously, for a brick fair, but when I put it back into a city and like whenever we move, I'll just drill holes right into the subfloor that I have it sitting on. I can drill a hole maybe like half an inch down, and then I can come onto the side and drill a hole going to that hole. So I can loop the wire right in and then pull it right out the side of the table. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I can do if I just have enough time to really think about it, because I mean, I'm in maintenance and I have tools to do these things. Mm-hmm. I probably have like 100 different sizes of drill bits. So, because I noticed that I was like, for my light posts, eventually when I put these throughout my city, I'll be drilling a hole under there to run these wires through. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a very, very small drill bit. Yeah, can't wait. Just hit me up if you like some ideas. Definitely, Solo. Man, and you know what? So that gives me an idea for something that I should reach out to you and ask you about. A little collaboration. Something I have been thinking about. So Solo, if you maybe like to collaborate on something like periodically, it's not something I don't think, obviously, as well as I do, our time is always limited, you know what I mean? But maybe like once every, a couple months or something like that, we do a certain thing. Because something about you and I, even though we do have different jobs, our jobs are similar to where we both fix stuff. So yeah, we'll talk about that. I think it'd be something very interesting and something different. So, anyways, that's for a little later. Speaking of stuff, so I will have to say, we'll have to touch base with Greg and Coconut and talk about the next 2x2. I know we've been kind of taking a little time off to get our affairs in order. We're all so busy. I don't know how. I always joke around. I don't know how Greg does it, man. Because Greg does so many collaborations and videos, and he has a full-time job, and he's building a shed in his backyard and everything else, man. I'm always like, man, that man, he is a working fool. Oh, we lost Chef.
Oh no.
Come back, Chef. Yeah, his internet's pretty bad sometimes where he's at. What is he saying? Yes, you could use a Dremel. You could Dremel brick and use button batteries. Yeah. I also held on to this light brick too. Not sure if I may want to use it. The only thing about it though is it's not even a Lego brick. I don't know where I got it, but it's got this different multitudes of lights. So it's a cool brick. It's a shame it's not Lego. I was thinking I got some more decorations also to put in the surf shop. Nothing too crazy. I was thinking about putting these in there, because it technically is a Star Wars surf shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I thought that'd be kind of cool to have sitting in there, maybe next to some surfboards.
Maybe people use them as surfboards.
Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh! Oh, I don't love it. Like it would work. You would just have to be really good at cutting.
Yeah.
Because obviously the length is about the same. Yes. You would just have to cut that sticker where the two holes are, and then the shape of the board. But that's a good idea, T-Mom. That is a really good idea. I'm actually going to set these two aside, and hopefully I can remember and see if I can maybe do something like that.
All right.
And if I do, and it looks good, man, I'll definitely give you credit for it, man, because that is a really good idea. Dude, are you kidding me, man? A freaking frozen in carbonite surfboard?
I don't know. It's just something I recently thought of. Because you said surf shop, and I was like, oh, okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I really wanted the surf shop to be a lot more heavily Star Wars influenced.
Yeah.
But, I just bit off a little more than I could chew when it came to the mock. I mean, for starters, and this was one of my complaints, one of my added complaints to the whole skin tone for the minifigure stuff. Mm-hmm. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. I wanted to make the surf shop called Old Ben Surf Shop. So it was going to be based off Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I got the look of it looking good. I'm happy with how it looks, but I just couldn't figure out. Or maybe I didn't have enough pieces, the right pieces to make Old Ben Surf Shop. So I just wrote Surf Shop. Now, because of that, I wanted Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi to be in beach gear. All right.
Okay.
The problem is the skin tone.
Oh, right.
So I just made something up and used an excuse, even though it's silly, and just said that he had a shirt underneath of his tank top, which is, again,
maybe
silly.
Maybe it's some sort of weird tan. I don't know.
Maybe. But so I could just get away with this one, right? But I can't do it with Obi-Wan. And here's the thing. I was looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, and every single beach thing I found, all the skin colors are yellow. There's only like a small handful of minifigs that have that skin tone color that's in a beachwear thing. Okay. One is Patrick Starfish.
Yes.
So I was worried I wasn't going to get it delivered in time. You know what I mean? But then there's just a couple of other sets. I can't remember which ones they are, but they're just not like easily accessible where I can just go buy one really quick. So that was one of my big things too about the whole skin tone thing was I know this is a very specific thing and not common, but yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to try and find, you know what I mean? Yeah. And Luke is white. I couldn't imagine if I was trying to do this for like.
Have you thought of color, like the classic Luke minifigure though? Like the classic figures.
Right, yeah, because they were all yellow in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think I've got a classic Luke, but hold on. I do have a classic Obi-Wan.
The poly bag?
How do I want to open it? You know, I've been holding on to it.
So I'm like, that's the only other way I could think of it could possibly work.
Right.
Use the classic heads.
I've been holding on to Old Man Luke from the Advent calendar too.
Oh,
there's a few of these that I've been holding on to for a while. I sold. I had that double Batman polybag, the Batman Joker, and I can't remember. I think he was on roller skates. I sold that one not long ago. I had that for a long time. I got that like almost when I first got out of my Dark Ages.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with this one.
Oh, that's Shredder. A good one.
Yeah. There's another good one that I had. Maybe I thought. Oh yeah, this is another one of my favorites. I haven't built yet. The Monkey Kid one.
I got that one for free. I made an order. Actually, I think it was for the Bespin Duel.
Oh really?
And it didn't come with the promo, and it should have. And they're just like, yeah, we can give you points or a Monkey Kid polybag. I'm like, give me the Monkey Kid polybag, because I knew they'd give me like $5 for the points, and I'd rather just have the set, I guess.
Right. You know something else I have that I'm not sure if anybody would want, or if I could even sell them, maybe, because they're stickers. But I feel like somebody would really want these stickers, right? So they're. I think these are the ones that I came. Yeah, and I got these ones too. I can't remember if this came with the store or my gas station that I bought.
No, it's a store. I remember. Remember that's empty square? That's for the Lego logo.
Yeah, because I was missing a sticker, so they sent me like new ones, and I was only missing one sticker. As you can see, I took the one that I was missing.
Yes.
But yeah, dude, they just, and I love it how they based them off real sets too. Like, you know, they got the Ghostbusters.
Oh, I know. I love the Ninjago references.
Right. And just the fact that I love the pick and build sticker, and
yes.
But like, I don't know, man. I got a lot of stuff I don't really have any use for. I was talking about that the other night about a lot of the pieces that I have, because I have like, you know, I bought all these bins of Lego pieces, and like I really need to like really start building more mocks and trying to utilize these pieces, or start a Bricklink store and sell them or something, or just give them away. I don't know.
Yeah,
because all they're doing is taking up space, you know.
Just advertise saying anybody that's going to like Brickfair, if they want those stickers, name your price.
But here's the thing: I don't know, man. I feel weird selling stickers. I don't know.
50 cents. I don't know.
I mean, at that point, I'd probably just give them to somebody if they really wanted them.
Yeah.
Because I'm already giving some stuff to some friends of mine, anyways. Blocksmith, what's up? Good morning. Oh, hold on. I missed some comments. A lot of Red Bull. Nerd Brick, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Chef said his battery was low. That's all right, Chef. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Kevin says the light brick is justified by the means. It doesn't have to be real Lego in a mock if it at least lights up, or maybe to avoid drilling real Lego, so I'd use the flashers. Okay, right on. I mean, and I would like to think people wouldn't give me crap for using this light up brick. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I know it's not a Lego brick, but all this is Lego. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's a light brick that Lego, I don't think, even has this type of light brick. So I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, he says that's why it's so cheesy when they started using skin tones. I believe I do have most yellow OG Star Wars figs. I don't have most of them. I mean, I only have that because it was that polybag that came with. Kevin says he loves the sticker. Nice. Hey, if you're going to Brickfair, if you want it bad enough, man, let me know. No, I'll give it to you. Baby Yoda, hello.
Hello there.
Blacksmith says I dig the Ahsoka Trooper shirt. Thanks, man. I am really big on shirts, as probably a lot of you know. So anytime I see any kind of really cool, interesting shirt, I gotta get it. And then I end up giving some away. Like, usually I donate them to like Goodwill or something like that. But I don't know. Maybe I should start on the streams and seeing like, hey, does anybody want this shirt? I mean, it's washed. You know, I'm not gonna send you a dirty shirt or anything. But yeah, I actually started doing that, seeing if anybody wants, and I'll just send them a shirt. Because even ones that I love that I just feel like I wouldn't normally get rid of, but I get so many. Like I have a lot of shirts, man. So I have to just keep periodically just getting rid of some to make room for more. Like recently, in like the last month or so, I've bought like a couple new Funko Pop shirts. I got me a really cool Cthulhu shirt. Obviously, this is pretty new. The 332nd Trooper. I got a cool Mandalorian one where he's holding Baby Yoda. I don't know. There's definitely a few. Yeah, they add up fast. Baby Yoda says, I'm going to Brickfair, Virginia. Right on. Definitely come say hello. I was even normally I only send these to my members that sign up for the second tier membership. I'll send them a sticker. But I have a handful of them I was going to take with me and, you know, maybe just give to people. Since it's kind of a special occasion. But yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody. And I know I was half joking and stuff too, but like I said, man, I'm if you want a hug, man, I'll give you a hug. I'm a very, I'm a very open person. Hey, Sidious, what's happening? Sue. They shouldn't bust your chops about the light brick. It's people that go to convention display sets versus mocks is when they bust stones. Nah, I get that. Like, obviously, if I had like a bunch of Mega Block stuff in this mock, it would not go over very well. Oh, I forgot I should unplug these lights. And the lights that I'm using, some of the lights are specific lights like I bought at like Home Depot and I've modified. And then some of them, like the street lights that Mrs. Hive got me, I've cut, spliced, rewired some stuff to it. And then like these lights that I was just turning on for you, these lights were actually lights that Mrs. Hive bought me for the Lego Ideas Treehouse. Like it goes to that set. I just modified a lot of them to work into this set. But because of that, I would either need to cut and splice more wires, or I'm going to have to cover some lights up because I can't use them all. So I was thinking about cutting and splicing some of these wires as well, but these wires are really, really thin. Like really thin. Like I'm not sure if I've got the proper tools to splice wires that small. Like the ones for the street lights and stuff, those are small too, but they're not as like, dude, these things are almost like dental floss thin. It's like I could floss my teeth with those wires. The spots are for people to share art, not sets that Lego already made. Some people get triggered. It's just comical. Yeah. Baby says I gotta go see a Brick Fair later, bro. Baby Yoda. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Hey, Jesse. Jesse's Bricks Galaxy. I always say that wrong. Jesse's Brick Galaxy is here. Good morning to you, Jesse. I've already mentioned this before, but dude, you guys got to go check out like a lot of his stuff, man. He just made a Throg mock. For those of you who don't know, that's a frog version of Thor.
Yeah, from Loki, right?
Dude, so the mock was cool enough already, right? Like he made it like a week ago or something, and I mentioned it before. But dude, I saw a new picture of it, and he put those gift for purchase Adidas sneakers on him. Like Jesse must have got two of the sneakers, man. They fit. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna just show it. Hold on a minute, you guys.
What is this?
You guys gotta see it, dude. It's insane. It's so good. Like they fit Throg perfectly, dude. Okay, hold on. There he is, Jesse. Yeah, give me a minute. I'll pull it up. Okay, let me share the screen. Yeah, dude, you guys gotta see this, dude. Dude, look, I'm always gonna tell everybody, always, you know, like, dude, you guys should all subscribe to each other, man. We should all, you know, support each other. You know, be that pillar, even if you can't watch or like videos and streams. You know, like, we should support each other, right? So, look, I'm always gonna say that. But you guys really should go check out Jesse's stuff because he is such a talented builder, man. Like I always say to go see a lot of us for different reasons. Some of us are just entertaining, some of us are funny. But dude, check this out. Look at this.
Oh,
Look how he got the sneakers on there, dude. It is so great. And that's his Avengers Tower he built. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. He's got some amazing builds. And dude, he builds these fast. Like, he built this like Jesse. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it felt like he built this like the day after the dang show came out. Like, just went to town, dude. And yeah, like, we'll get some of this other stuff, man.
About that.
Look at this elevator. Like, huh? What?
That's cool.
And I think that's the bugle. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see this. I missed this.
It's a mosaic?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. I love that frog. It's so great.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah, dude. Like, there are so many things he builds on the fly that just completely blow my mind, dude. I remember, I think maybe it was WandaVision. I'm trying to remember. Hold on, let me see. It can't be too far down. Look at this. Look at this Hall of Justice, dude. Are you kidding me?
Holy moly.
Actually, I'm not even sure. Jesse, is that yours or was you somewhere in your film that? I don't remember. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was yours because you build these insane mocks. Hold on. I'm just trying to find what I was talking about. It's probably going to be a minute. Because, like, he would build these things so fast. And they were so good. Like, all right, look at this. Here we go. Look at this. And he built this, like, right after the show came out, man.
Dude.
Right? And, like, he did other stuff like that. Like, with WandaVision. Like, would make things, as soon as they would come out, he would make these things. All right. I gotta leave. We'll be here all day, man. Because, dude, like I said, I love this stuff. Dude, that's why I love Instagram, man.
Oh yeah, Instagram's great.
Yeah, because I get to see a lot of stuff. It's a lot of times because I know all of us, we don't have enough time to watch everybody's videos and stuff. You know what I mean? We watch a lot of videos, we have lives, you know what I mean? So it's really nice sometimes to be able to just pop on Instagram and see some pictures or some quick clips of stuff. And yeah. Let's see here. What's everybody saying? Okay, everybody's saying, oh, hey, there's Larry. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? Jesse says Brickfair will be an Olympic-sized event. Dude, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Flocksmith Hive is one of my 6 subs. You're so funny. Thanks for the spotlight. Oh, no problem, Jesse. Dude, look, like I was saying, man, we should all support each other. We really should, man. You know, that's one of the reasons why I named my channel Brick Hive. You know what I mean? Like, just the hive thing. Like, I just feel like that's what connects us all together, you know? But again, there are some of us, I try to, like, kind of highlight a little bit with certain things because, like, Jesse's a handful of certain builders that I always talk about that people should check out. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us build a lot of cool stuff, but they build things on almost like an epic type of scale. Like Alex Nunes, you know what I mean? Jesse's Brick Galaxy, Agents of Mock, you know, Hoosier, you know, Iceberg, you know, I mean, like there's a lot of them, but they build these things on like these epic scales. You know, Moto, like you guys have seen the stuff Moto's built.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's insane, dude. So I don't know. I always try and make sure people get to enjoy these builds. And some of them are surreal, like with Iceberg. You know, I've always told a story about how, like, the first time I met Iceberg at one of the brick fairs, I don't remember if it was a brick fair or just something local because he lives close to me. And I remember talking to him and telling him how much I admired his Avengers Tower and how great and crazy it was and stuff. And then I found out who he was. And the second time I saw him, I was just like, hey, and then I ran away because I was like nervous, you know? I don't know. I feel like now I'd probably be more nervous because he's been on Lego Masters. But yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. So Jesse said he built the Hall of Justice, dude. Jesse, I don't know if you're still out there, but just real quick, do you keep those mocks? Because I feel like it'd break my heart if I built those things and then I had to tear them down. You know what I mean? And obviously they would look epic in a city. And I know you keep some stuff, but you build a lot of stuff, man. Like, dude, his Baxter building, the Fantastic Four building, again, insane. I'm convinced Jesse's secretly independently wealthy. It doesn't have to do a 9 to 5. Hey, Red Carnage, how you doing? No, look. I think there are some people out there that have, like good means to afford this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like I said, I'm not rich, but I can definitely afford more than maybe your average person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think some of the builders out there, and some of the just Lego YouTubers in general, like Greg's a good example. London Bridge Bricks. I think they just work their asses off. Like, they just don't really stop. Like, when they have a spare minute, they're building. Dude, when I have a spare minute, a lot of times I'm watching YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, or, whatever. I mean, I obviously I build. Like, for instance, my mock. This isn't a complicated mock for a general mock builder, okay? Like, the most complicated thing in here was probably the surf shop. But everything else was pretty fluid, pretty organic, and pretty plain. You know what I mean? There's not big structures or complicated builds. But this still took me a while. And part of the reason is because I'm not just like hammering down on this thing every minute of free time that I have. Part of it too was, my daughter was visiting, so I was trying to spend time with her as well. But yeah, I think Jesse's one of those guys, man. He just loves Lego so much, like it just like you can't stop. You know what I mean?
Too. It's really impressive what he's got built.
Right. And also I've noticed like a lot of those builders, like Jesse and them, like they buy sets obviously, but they build Lego. Like, and that's something that I've mentioned before. I'd kind of like to try and really get back into that part of it, because I've kind of, there's different factions of Lego. You know what I mean? There are mock builders like Coconut. Coconut Man, he's a mock builder. Like, he'll buy some sets, but he's not like Greg or even me, like where he'll do reviews on them or something like that. Like, he builds mocks. Like, he builds Lego. Like, he loves building Lego. You know what I mean? Like, we all do, but it's just, I myself personally have gotten sucked into this. I got to get all these different sets, and I don't think it's just because of YouTube. I think it's like an addiction. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
That Mrs. Hive is starting to find out now with like Funko Pops, because she was the first one of us to buy a Funko. Like, she bought BB-8 at like a comic convention years ago, and then she slowly started buying only Wonder Woman Pops because she loves Wonder Woman. But even Wonder Woman Pops, she was really picky. Like, she didn't just buy any Wonder Woman Pops. Like, there were certain ones she wanted to get, certain ones she didn't. Now she gets more and more of the Wonder Woman, but she's also branched out, and like, so she loves the show Grey's Anatomy, so she had to get all the Grey's Anatomy Pops, and then she's gotten into like ad icons like this Coca-Cola, cereal, stuff like that. So now she's like wanting to get all the Anacon's, you know, to as a collection. You know what I mean? Like us, you know, like with the helmets. A lot of people, and probably myself included, like they start wanting to buy all the helmets, even if they don't really like one per se, because it's like they go together. So yeah, it's a battle, man. It's a battle, as you all know. Again, I'm preaching to the choir. Hey, BBTV's out there. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I keep a lot and display with others at a model railroad museum. Right on. Yes, City said I forgot about those epic railroad displays. What's everybody saying? Definitely not a set guy unless it's a dope set. Star Wars has been lacking, unfortunately, for my taste at least. Look, and I don't have any desire really for the most part. I'm not saying I won't get any, but all these new smaller ships that they've been making for Star Wars, I don't have any desire really to get any of them.
I kind of like, I built the TIE Fighter, which is my first TIE Fighter, and I quite love it. And I'm looking at the Slave One. The only selling feature to me is the figures, because I don't have a shiny Mando yet, and the Boba Fett looks...
That Boba's going to be different too, yeah. And look, also, I have a biased opinion about those smaller ships. So my opinion shouldn't really count as much, because for me, I complain about the price, so I'm not trying to sound like a hypocrite. But when Lego's going to lower the price like that, they're not going to lower the price just to help us out. They're lowering the price, and they're going to take away pieces and make it look weaker or whatever. So to me, and I've mentioned this before, to me it means, for me, I'm either going to have to buy a very like small set that doesn't look as good in my opinion, or I'm going to have to buy a UCS set. Like it seems like, and I say this lightly because I don't know, but it feels like they're starting to want to pull out of like the middle ground where you can buy like a $70, $80 or $100, $120, you know, ship. And a lot of people have told me like, well, you said you wanted cheaper prices. Yeah, but not at the expense of the set. You know, I just wanted them to be chill and lower the prices a little tiny bit, man. That's all. So I don't know, but however, I do see where a lot of people would really like that, because you could afford a Star Wars set now. That's not a +4 set. So I get it. I get that, and I don't want to crap on that, because I get it. You know, it just kind of like I said, it sucks for me, because generally now I'm going to have to probably buy more UCS stuff. I don't know. I mean, and I guess I'm lucky because, like, for instance, the Imperial Shuttle, Boba's Slave One, all that stuff, like even the X-Wing, TIE Fighter, like I have all those already in a bigger size. So I'm fortunate about that. But the Mandalorian ship is a little smaller. I don't have that one, but it seems like it's pretty close anyways. Especially I was watching Ryan's review on it, and it seems like the size is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Redmond says, waiting for the inevitable UCS video. I almost bought the mermaid box last night because it was on sale for like $13 or something. And I was like, that mermaid might look good in the ocean mock. But I just said, screw it. Hey, what's up, Greg? Leonard Bridge Bricks in the house. Good to see you.
I'm there.
PBTV says video is paused for now. What sets are coming out for video are coming out. No more new ones coming out after that for now. Yeah, and I try not to be a pessimist, but I knew that was going to happen. Look, I don't think, with the exception of like video games that they've made, I just don't think electronic Lego augmented reality type stuff is going to really fly, man, because that's not why people buy Lego.
Yeah, I think the closest thing that's been successful is the Mario. That's mainly because of the, it's Mario.
Yeah, I feel like if they did that with any other character, it wouldn't have probably sold as well. And even then, oh no, I guess it is. I guess it's still going strong.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure about that, but I assume it is.
Well, I see more people walking out of my local Lego store with Mario than I do video. I have not seen anyone walk out of my local Lego store with a video set since its release date.
And you know what's crazy? Like, video is not really my bag, you know what I mean? But dude, I can't deny that the minifigures are freaking phenomenal looking. You know, the details and the designs and everything. So I mean, that part's cool. I mean, and you know, and it's a shame because, like, for instance, I liked a lot of Hidden Side stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, I probably bought about 50% of the Hidden Side stuff. But I just think, you know, like, because again, the designs and stuff are cool. And it's even weird. I don't know. I'm split down the middle because on one side, I'm like, it's weird that Lego would even try a lot of this stuff because that's not what Lego is all about. Lego is building blocks. You know what I mean? Now we can utilize the building blocks in all kinds of cool ways, but essentially they're building blocks. Okay. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, I get they're trying to keep up with the times. They're throwing stuff at the wall, see if something sticks. You know what I mean? So yeah. I get it. Bricks and Mortar, good morning. How are you today? Thank you for joining us. What city it say? Oh wait, hold on a minute. I missed a couple comments for that. Cabbage Face, what's up, man? How you doing? He says bring back video. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do that. Greg says, Brookhive, are you getting the new Star Wars sets next week? Of course. Of course. Now, what exactly I'm getting that day, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I know some stuff. Like, I know I'm going to get the gunship. All right. So as far as Star Wars stuff goes, unless I'm forgetting anything, I'm going to get the gunship. I'm going to get the Mandalorian ship. I'm going to get the Mandalorian set that has Ahsoka and Maul, Darth Maul.
Yeah, Maul.
I'm going to get Darth Vader's chamber thing.
Yeah.
I have no desire to get Boba Fett's starship. I feel like I'm going to get the Hall of Armor because I do want it, but mainly want it more for the figs. Am I missing anything for Star Wars? I know. I feel like I'm really missing something probably important.
Troop transport. Do you want that?
Probably, because I think that's a decent price for that thing.
Yeah. Also, when you do go to Lego store to get that, try and ask and see if you can like do 2 separate transactions, and if they'll allow you to get 2 of the promo, because that's like, I don't know. Some stores will be like, no, because we limit 1 per person, and it really depends on the lineup. I know my store, they're going to be like, yeah, it's such a long lineup, we're limiting 1 per person, which I have a backup plan for that, but still, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember like even Brightest Witch said that if I decided to like go out and protest with Sands or something like that, that I could give her the money and she'll buy the gunship for me.
Yeah.
So, dude, I thought it was hilarious. I think some people were thinking I was being serious, like I'm going to be a hypocrite, but I thought it was hilarious if I'm out there with a sign protesting the gunship or something, and then like I literally buy one like 5 minutes later. Yeah. So. But that's just Star Wars. Dude, I know I'm going to buy other stuff. And then there's some stuff that's already out that I want. Like, I really want to get another one of the new passenger trains. Not the new one, but the newest one that come out. Because, dude, I feel like, especially if I got a huge Lego place to put stuff in, like, I just don't want a 3-car train. I need a 6-car train.
Here's what I'm thinking, Hive. Like, it might be a hassle to do this, but my train of thought is, all right, if you're wanting to spend this, that here and there for these sets, okay. 1 transaction just for the gunship, another transaction that's probably a little over enough to get just another one of the promo, and then go online and order the rest of the stuff. Times 3. It should work.
I mean, look, honestly, you would think that I would just go ahead and just order the gunship online, but I just...
It's going to be a dumpster fire.
I mean, dude, I wasn't able to get R2 like before it went on back order. I can't imagine I'm going to be able to get that gunship. But then again, that's why we're going to the store super early, man, because I feel like if we go too late, we're gonna miss it at the store too. And I'm not gonna be heartbroken about it because the chances of me building it right away are pretty slim, anyways.
I mean, like if I miss out on the gunship, I'm just gonna crack and buy everything else that I wanted on my wish list that I've been pushing off for later in the year. Oh, no gunship? Well, guess what? I'm gonna punish you by buying other stuff.
Right. So yeah, like I was saying before, this is kind of like my golden ticket to where,
yeah,
you know, I can pick up a few things that I normally would have to wait a long time for. Like if the AT-AT was being sold at the same time as Brickfair, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's everybody saying? Personally, I thought one set of bandmates was fine to see the results. The second set was not only ambitious, but also stupidly overkill. I'm assuming you're talking about the video. I don't even know, man. I haven't been able to keep up with the stuff, like, as far as that goes. City says, I stopped even pitching tech ideas to clients because even augmented reality doesn't land well with consumers yet. It's crazy. Yeah, I just haven't quite figured out where that market is yet. There's a market for it. I just don't know how big it is yet or how relevant amongst certain companies. Burkhive, I'm with you. The figures for video is awesome. Video isn't dead. They're rethinking it. Yeah, I don't know what they need to rethink, but hey, you know, whatever. More power to them. Let's see here. There are great ideas, but the consumer hasn't adapted yet. Just like 3D TVs, where are they now? Yeah, that's a good point. I think there's a lot of things that we think maybe could or should be adapted already. But I mean, dude, look, a lot of you youngsters might not think this, but when I was a kid, most of us were for sure by now, especially, you know, 2021, that we'd have a bunch of flying cars around or something. You know, or like those skateboards in Back to the Future 2 or something like that. Something more 3D, something. Dude, you can't watch stuff like Blade Runner and stuff as a kid growing up and not think something's going to happen. I mean, dude, 2001: A Space Odyssey, for crying out loud. Greg, thanks for asking everybody to give this stream a thumbs up. I appreciate that. It's unfortunate those tech ideas haven't worked. So many brands keep trying. Hopefully it will catch on. I mean, it will eventually, man. It's just, maybe it will be, you know, the next generation, you know, coming up under us. I mean, if it was going to happen at any time, I think it would happen with that generation. Because, yeah, the generation coming up now, I mean, they're extremely inventive and creative when it comes to that stuff. Burkhive, are you streaming any of the new Star Wars sets next Sunday? So check this out. I did a poll on Instagram about, like, if everybody thinks I should have a Good Morning Brick World at Brickfair next Sunday. Right. And everybody except for one person voted yes. The thing is, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Because we're going to be at the Lego store. Unless I do it later in the day. But then it might turn in like a good afternoon Brick World. Or maybe I could do a Good Morning Brick World on Saturday. I'm not sure. So it's going to go one of two ways if I do it. I'm either going to be at the Lego store streaming on my phone for a limited amount of time because I'll kill my battery and run up my data. But at least I can have a short stream. So it's either going to be that, or I'm going to be sitting at the table at Brickfair with my laptop and just doing it like that. So now I'm going to make a lot of vlog content. Dude, you guys are going to see so much vlog content. I mean, think about, you know, I know Chef doesn't really vlog or anything. He's not very, very, very often at all. But dude, Claire, Sands, me, and Ryan are all going to be hanging out together. So just us four alone, you know, you're going to get all kinds of content. I might make mine subtle. Maybe I'll make a light one. You know what I mean? Just take different clips throughout the whole thing. It's just, it's gonna be a 5-day event. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be a lot of clips and stuff. So, maybe I'll make a 2-parter. I haven't quite decided exactly how I wanted to do it yet. I can promise I'll probably stream something randomly while we're there. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I've ever streamed like live like that before. Like every time I stream, it's always been like an environment like this where we're like sitting down and stuff. A lot of the other guys, like, Bricksmith and them, like they'll stream like with their phones, like mobile, like anywhere. So I might do something like that. It depends. But as far as like streaming the new sets on Sunday, I mean, probably not. I mean, because I would have to go back to the motel room. Because look, we're going to the Lego store, and then probably roughly right after Lego store, I mean, we might stop at the hotel room and drop some stuff off, but then we'll be right back at Brickfair. Because Brickfair is only Saturday and Sunday for the public. Yep. So obviously those 2 days, we don't want to not be there very much. Because I figure the 3 days before is when we won't be at the convention center as much, even though we'll be playing games and doing stuff, but we'll also be going all around all the Lego stores. And, like I was telling, Clarence, Sands, and them, like, since I'm only an hour away from Brickfair, like we could literally go visit like a couple Lego stores and like the local toy store that I go to. And they can see what's there if they want to get anything. So, yeah. Not sure exactly how that'll work out yet. At least Lego marketing now pulls the plug when a project is not doing well. Yeah, sometimes they'll pull the plug before it even does anything. That Osprey ship and our criminal or burglar, whatever, hideout base. God dang it, dude. I really like that thing, man. And, what do you think they do with all the sets?
I'd like, recycle them, I'd like to think.
I would think so, too. Not just even for, like, the environment, but just for cost. Like, you guys didn't even sell them. They didn't go anywhere. Just couldn't, like, maybe rip open the bags and just melt them back down. I don't know. Isn't that just like the stuff that they sweep up off the floor? I meant to ask somebody at the Lego store the other day, because when I was going through the pick-a-brick wall, I saw they had like a little cardboard box with just like a bunch of random Lego laying in there. And I know it was because they probably fall on the floor. You know what I mean? But yeah, I forgot to ask them, like, hey, what do you guys do with those pieces, man? Because I don't even think they could give them to me even if they wanted to. Like, they're probably not allowed. I would think. That's probably a liability thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe if you knew one of the employees, like you're friends with them, they might. But Redmond says, plop down in the store, open a box, and do a live build. Dude, wouldn't it be crazy if you just sat on the floor of the Lego store after you bought it and just started build right there?
I mean, like, if you bought this set and then you say, hey, can I just, like, sit in the corner for a bit here? Just don't even tell them why.
I mean, dude, I wonder if I should pull some shit like that.
That'd be interesting, honestly.
I mean, because I know what they're going to do. They're obviously not going to let you do it. But think about it. Like, let's say, like, I just say screw it, man. And think about how packed the Lego, like, everybody be walking around me. I'd be sitting on the floor. Because, dude, it'd be so packed. Yeah, and then they're going to be like, sir, you can't do that. And I'm just going to be like, oh, I didn't know I couldn't do that here. And they just walk out.
You could only go Lego at the Lego store.
Yeah, right. Greg says, Brickhead, please send me a pic of my sig fig there. Oh, you know it, brother. Dude, I'm going to send you a pic of your sig fig there. I'll send one of Ninja, and I'll send one of the kitten build. So, and also, look, if this is a good chance, too, because I don't have a P.O. box, so if I don't really know you well, you can't send me a sig fig. I mean, some of you, if you ask me, I know you well enough. I just give you my address. But this is a good opportunity if you're going to go to Brickfair. If you'd like to give me a sig fig to put in the mock, and then I can, like I said, when I start making stop motions, I can put you in the background or something. Yeah, bring one with you.
Sweet.
Greg says, Brickfair, may I ask what set number that surfing van is you have? It looks like a city set surfing van.
Crater 3-in-1 to my memory.
Yeah, it's a Crater 3-in-1. Let's see. Here, let me look. Because I can't remember what set it is, but I do remember it was a Crater 3-in-1. It came out a few years ago.
I want to say 2017 or 18.
Crater 3-in-1. And here it is. I'll share the screen.
How spot on was I with a year?
What's that?
How spot on was I with a year, though?
Oh, dude. Yeah, you had that down.
Really?
Dude, I immediately wanted this as soon as I saw it. I mean, here are the other builds that go with it too, but
what's that number? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
31079.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is a perfect thing for a beach,
yeah, it's
too.
2018. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, you're close. But I just love that van. There's a cool little car you can build. Man, I almost forgot about that. Like, buy certain things, you forget. I didn't even know I had a little video. That's some really good advertisement there, man.
Yeah.
It's like, that was some good animation for that set.
Yeah.
Like, god dang, man. Yeah, this set is really cool, man. I'd pick it up and show you closer, but I got like wires hooked up in it and everything. I've always had this like fascination that I've always kind of wanted to live in like a camper type van. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like videos of like on YouTube people that live in their vans, go cross country and stuff. Like they take like a big type of SUV type, not even SUV, like almost something that would be like an Amazon truck, you know, and gut it out and make it livable. I've just always loved stuff like that. So because of that, I've always loved like vans like this or camper vans. Houseboats is kind of like the same thing. Like I always thought it'd be so cool to live on a houseboat, man. You know, you live on the water, and if you want, you could just turn your little motor on, man. Just go to a different place, you know.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So look, obviously I can't live that life. I have a job. I have a wife. I have a life. You know what I mean? But if I made enough money to where I didn't have to worry about certain things, and I wasn't married, yeah, I would totally want to do something like that. Yeah, good stuff, man. Is that Sig Fig from Baywatch, dude? I don't know, man. Might be kind of like which one was it? I think it was either this one or the one that the shark bit the arm off of. I feel like one of these two would have been like Baywatch lifeguards.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not this one, but maybe this one. I don't know. Got that, you know, that pretty basic red bathing suit on. Let's see here. Is that a high stop motion? Oh, Redman, that is way too kind, dude. That was not a high stop motion, dude. That was a beautiful computer animation motion. I can almost promise that was not like live action stop motion. It was way too crisp looking. Yeah, you know, another thing too, and I don't want it to sound like it's in a bad way, but I do look forward to like Brickfair thing kind of being done and over with. Because I do want to kind of start making more of my other content, you know, more stop motions and more videos and stuff, because I haven't been able to make too much because I'm trying to focus on this. That's probably why this is even taking a little longer, because I stopped and made a stop motion video and did this and did that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to starting on the next stop motion. I think I'm going to try and see about making that one I want to collaborate with BFAB about the do I gotta sit here? Yes, I do. The hidden side cannon, where I was going to shoot myself out of the cannon.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna make it a shorts video, but I'm having a difficult time trying to make shorts videos from stop motion, because I'm not computer savvy. So any or any short videos that I've made, like I just made 2 recently. Any stop motions that I make, I'm literally just filming with my camera like this.
Right.
Like nothing really else involved. Like I can edit a little bit. I'll put maybe some music in it. Sometimes I'll upload it into my laptop, run it through my editing program, and maybe like put a title in there or something like that. But that's pretty much it. Now, when I'm making stop motion videos, I'm filming like this. Like I can't even film like this. But when I film like this, I can make it so the ratio or whatever is shorter, so it's more like this shorts. You know, I forget the dimensions. You know,
Right.
But the problem is it doesn't like. I tried it with the Probe Droid stop motion, but I don't think it turned into a shorts video, and I don't know exactly why. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I don't know. And if I don't, it doesn't matter because I'm getting ready to start using the camera anyways. I've just been doing so much with moving and selling the house and the Brickfair and my job and everything else that I've just been still using my camera because it's just so much faster and easier.
Yeah.
Because when I use my like main camera, this one, when I start using this thing to film the stop motion, I need to practice because I am not a photographer. So there's a lot of edit buttons and settings on here. Like I don't have a clue what it does. I don't know the right way to do lighting and all that stuff. So that's why I haven't just jumped into that. But it's definitely on my mind because it will give me better quality pictures, and I can hook this up to the laptop and start using like the Dragon Frame program and stuff like that. So, and then of course there's just a matter of space as well. For instance, if I build a gunship, I have 2 tables right here. Okay. If I build a gunship, it's going to take up pretty much all of one of these tables. And that means I've got 1 table left to stream on or to build on. So trying to do a stop motion and set up, you know, a backdrop and this and that in a very limited amount of space, it can be done. Obviously, a lot of people do it. It's just not optimal for what I want to do. But who knows? I'll have to make something work out one way or another. Yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Too, dude. Redmond says, in another life, I'd be a transient living out of a VW bus or living in a solitude in deep space or alone in a cabin in the middle of a rainforest. Those are my variants. Yeah. And I'm one of those people that I wouldn't be able to be completely alone like the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody really should, but I can spend a lot of time to myself, you know, because there was a lot of times, because I moved around a lot when I was a kid. My family was in the military. So there was a lot of times that there'd be periods of time before I'd make new friends or, you know, or if I was just new and shy and stuff like that. So I always had my imagination and tons of toys, and I could literally just be by myself for a long time. Even when I got a little older and I started like skateboarding, I could literally just put on my headphones and just go skate by myself for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, I would be fine with the solitude thing as well, Redmond, for a certain amount of time. And eventually I'm going to want to like talk to somebody, rant about something to somebody, complain to somebody about something. All right, so listen, everybody, we're gonna start winding down a little bit. I know it hasn't been quite 3 hours, but we're at like the 2.5 hour mark, and I want to go look at this house. I'll take some pictures of it or maybe a video and, you know, upload it and show you guys so you guys can see, because you guys got to see this Lego house. I don't know, whatever we're gonna call it. Yes, Blacksmith, military brat. That's what we were called, military brats. But you know, it's really interesting, you know, and I don't know what's better. Like, on one hand, being a military brat, I lived all over the United States. Like, we never lived anywhere longer than like 3 years normally. So, East Coast, I've lived as far east, south, or east, west, north, and south in the United States as you can get, like literally. So it was really cool. Got to see a lot of cool places. I got to experience a lot of cool places. I got to meet a lot of cool people. I have friends all over the United States that I still keep in touch with. But I don't have a hometown. I don't feel like I'm from anywhere. I was born in Hawaii, and we left when I was 3. You know what I mean? So I have no idea what it's like where I was born, you know? I left friends all the time. Then you'd have to make new friends. I left girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then you just get attached to a place. Like, when I lived in San Diego, dude, when I found out we were moving, man, I was heartbroken. Because San Diego was such a cool place to live. And we went from like San Diego to like northern Michigan. And I love northern Michigan too. Like, there's a lot of stuff about Michigan's really big. So there's different places in Michigan that mean different things to me. But going from San Diego, California, where I was skating every day with tons of people, to northern Michigan, where there was like nobody around, and then you got to deal with winter. Like, it was really a rough transition. But you know, that's life. I'm glad I got to experience a lot of stuff. Says, thanks, Brickhive. I requested a quote for the surfing van off Bricklink. Right on. Dude, yeah, and that's why I put it in the mock too, because it's just like, it's the perfect thing for a beach setup. I mean, it's obviously total beach van, you know what I mean? But it could go anywhere. It's a VW bus. I mean, it doesn't say VW, but you know that's what it is. So like, before I built the beach, I would have, you know, I had it in the city just driving around. It's still going. Good afternoon, Brick World. Oh, good afternoon, Brick World. Yeah, you're right. It is technically good afternoon, Brick World now. City says, hi, do you like the new Masters of the Universe series on Netflix? I love the animation, and I haven't watched all of them yet. So I don't want to give a false opinion. But there are some things I was kind of concerned with, and maybe they'll change or there's a reason. But all right, listen, everybody, I'm about to spoil something. So I'll give everybody a couple seconds if they don't want to hear it, because I'm about to spoil something. So my biggest thing was, it's a He-Man cartoon, and they killed He-Man like right off the bat. Like, he's barely in it, dude.
What?
So yeah. So, and it's really kind of tearing me up, because most of my life watching movies and stuff, like, Kevin Smith has been one of my favorite directors, dude. I mean, I am an insane View Askew universe fan. You know, Clerks, Mallrats, Clerks 2, Dogma, Chasing Amy, like all those movies, man. So yeah, there's a lot of weird, and there's a lot of videos about it and stuff, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of weird stuff kind of conflicting with Kevin Smith and this whole He-Man thing right now. But dude, the animation is beautiful. The action that I saw so far was really cool. But there's just a lot of weird, I don't know, man. To me, a lot of the changes it seems like they're making are really dumb. Because if you take a franchise like He-Man, all right, if you want to reboot He-Man, you're rebooting He-Man because it's already established. It's already an established IP. It's already got a history. It's already got a fan base. You want that fan base. You know, that's why you're doing He-Man. You know what I mean? Because or else you just make something up that's new. You know what I mean? Of your own thing. So when you take an IP like that, and it could be Star Wars, it could be a lot of different stuff. When you take these things and then you completely unravel them or change them or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm not saying you can't have some changes, but when you do certain things, man, that completely flip the character or the motivation or the plot or even the story or whatever, man, you're really playing Russian roulette. Because again, the reason you're picking that IP is because it's established and it's got a fan base. You know what I mean? So to just completely change some things like that, I don't know. But again, I haven't watched them all yet, and I know there was only like 5, so obviously there was more coming up. But we'll see. Greg says, I think anyone will come back, but the story is about how that happens. But I'm loving Skeletor voiced by Mark Hamill. Dude, Mark Hamill could voice freaking a turtle, and I would love it, man.
It's Mark Hamill.
Yeah, and I mean, and look, I don't say that just because it's Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, but dude, Mark is an extremely talented voice actor. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have seen his Joker, man.
Yes.
And I've seen behind the scenes stuff, and like he's passionate about it. He gets into it. You know what I mean? He's not just doing it for a paycheck. Like he really cares about it. It's kind of like dude, she just voiced Miss Minutes on Loki. Tara Strong. Dude, Tara Strong is probably one of the best voice actresses I've ever heard in my life, man. The stuff that the ranges that she can do her voices. Dude, how do you go from like voicing Harley Quinn or like one of the My Little Ponies, and then you can voice like Timmy Turner, you know what I mean? Like on Fairly Odd Parents or whatever, it was. It's just amazing. She's extremely talented. And I didn't even know she voiced Miss Minutes, because Miss Minutes has a very Southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Skywalker is a new voice for Skywalker. Yep. It started slow and strange for sure. They killed. Oh, that's right, because he was Adam the second time. Yeah, like I said, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We'll see. But again, the animation is phenomenal, dude, and I love the characters from He-Man. I know there was always the joke about how, I don't know if you guys have seen like the meme or whatever, where they'll have like Barbie on one side and has like this whole huge paragraph about how Barbie puts like sexualization on women or whatever, like a high standards or something. And then like next to her is a picture of He-Man. It just says like, boys love He-Man. It's like, I don't know. Let's see here. That actually doesn't spoil it either. Oh, okay, good. Glad I didn't spoil it. Hi, speaking my movie language, bro. I totally agree. Yeah, man. I'm definitely an opinionated person, so there's that. He does voice all the best bad guys, Bricks and Mortar. I totally agree with you. Wait, I forgot what are you talking about? Greg says Bricks and Mortar, you must watch London Calling, or in the whole 3-minute video of that on it. I must have missed what that comment was for. The way the IP of He-Man came about is much different than most cartoons, which is cool. It was literally made for toys and tiny comics in the packaging. Yeah. Those tiny He-Man comics are worth big bucks now. You're right about that. And I had mostly all of them, man. Dude, I remember, like, I can clearly remember, like, I don't know, I might have been 6 or 7 or something like that. But I clearly remember, plain as day, man, when we went to the store and my mom let me pick out 2 different He-Man figures. And I remember I got He-Man because I didn't have He-Man yet. And then I got the Cyclops guy. I can't remember his name, but he had the different eyes. He's in the cartoon too. The new cartoon is 100% legit on the toy references, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's there's a couple of things that like I'm like, huh, but I mean, it's other stuff, like I said, the animation, the references, all that stuff. Yeah, definitely on point, man. YouTube He-Man Money Supermarket, lots of great ads with him and Skeletor in the UK. I just saw also. I went to Target. I went to Target and Kohl's, I think yesterday or the day before, just to see if there was like any crazy deals or new sets that I can snatch. Because usually I get lucky with Kohl's, but not this time. I didn't see anything yet. But yeah, I saw the Skeletor from the new cartoon. like his god mode or whatever you want to call it when he got the sword of Omen, not sword of Omens. Listen, I'm getting Thundercats and stuff mixed up now. With the Barbie He-Man thing, boys all think they look like He-Man. Girls see reality a little better, in my opinion. Blacksmith, you're absolutely right, and that's probably like a lot of what that has to do with. But I think a lot of it, I don't know. There's obviously more to it than it's not quite as black and white as what I make it out to be. I know it's a lot more of a complicated subject. Raven says maybe not lots, but a few. City says those little comics are definitely in a box at my parents' house. Probably not in good shape though. I don't, I've thought really hard about where a lot of my stuff is, like that I used to have as a kid. I know some of the stuff I blew up with firecrackers, just trying to be more realistic about war. Like when I battled with my GI Joes and stuff. I know a lot of them I buried and just never found. Like I couldn't remember where I buried them at. But I think a lot of stuff just got thrown away or tossed. Like I remember when the first time I think I left to go live with my dad in Key West, Florida. I stayed down there for like a year or two. And then when I came back to Michigan, my mom sold all my comics. Like,
no way.
Dude, most of them were just regular comics, whatever. But I had the Death of Superman. I had a Wildcats #2 signed by Jim Lee. When I lived in San Diego. Dude, I can't imagine what that probably be worth now. Because I got it signed when Wildcats #2. Because when Wildcats 2 came out, obviously it was a month after the Wildcats 1 came out. But when Wildcats 2 came out, he was at the comic store in San Diego signing comic books for everybody. And I was so giddy, man, because Jim Lee was one of my favorite artists, still is one of my favorite artists. But I remember thinking when I saw him, I was like, wow. I was like, he is tiny. Like he's a tiny little dude. It's so weird, man. I thought the same thing when I saw Sandra Bullock at the Hard Rock Cafe in Key West, Florida, when I worked there. Like they had the grand opening and there was like famous people around and stuff. But I remember seeing Sandra Bullock and I was like, God dang, like, she's so tiny. It's like such a tiny person, dude. Dude Jude says Triclops. Thank you. That's right. It was Triclops. Greg says, oh, Brickfair, I meant to say I've bought some of those Black series. I seen. I saw that. You better watch out, Greg. You better be careful because you already bought some pops, man. Get sucked in, dude. Like I have to fight myself with pops. Sometimes I have to fight myself with Black series stuff, but pops are pretty specific for me. And then Black series are even more specific for me. So like the only Black series that I've bought that I've wanted enough to buy and I've had the money and it's been there was the Probe Droid that I got sitting right behind the van up there. And then my Jedi Knight Revan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I had to have a Revan. I would rather have him as a Sith, but it's whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of them that I would like to have, but yeah, and they're $20 a pop at very least. So Funko Pops are a little less specific, where I'll buy more of those. But even then, like they got to be something I really, really, really want. Yeah, gotta be careful. Todd McFarlane needs to hurry up and bring back the Spawn franchise. The fans have been waiting decades now. Well, I heard he is. I don't know if it's cartoon or live action, but I heard Spawn's coming back. Blacksmith says, is SB super hot in person, Hive? SB.
Sandra Bullock.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she was very beautiful. I'm trying to remember, because I mean, I was like 20. I was like 20, so it was like 24 years ago. You know what I mean? It was quite a while ago. And dude, I've seen a lot of famous people, man, and most of them have been down in Key West. Because anytime Like when they opened up the Hard Rock Cafe, when that grand opening happened. So I met Sandra Bullock. I met Casey and the Sunshine Band. I met I forgot her name, but she sang that song years ago called "What If God Was One of Us." Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that song. But anyways, I met her. I met I can't remember which one, but one of the guys from Rex and Effects. I met either Salt or Peppa. I can't remember which one I met of them. I met Danny because then they opened up a Hollywood Cafe. No, Planet Hollywood. They opened up Planet Hollywood in Key West, and so when they opened that, I got to meet Danny Glover. Damn, was it Mel Gibson? I think it was Mel Gibson. I've met Madonna. I've met Kelly McGillis. I met Hulk Hogan at a bar that I worked at down there called the Hog's Breath Saloon. Mm-hmm. And dude, I know this sounds stupid because it seems like it'd be obvious, but Hulk Hogan is a big dude. Like, I don't mean like just like he's big, like muscle, like he's tall. Like, I'm a tall guy, so anytime I'm looking up to somebody, I'm like, God dang, you're tall, man. And I remember when I shook his hand, just how big his hand was. And then I remember years later remembering that, and I thought about Andre the Giant, and I was like, I can't imagine like how big Andre the Giant must have been in person, because he towered over Hulk Hogan, dude. Like he was like one of the biggest, besides like I think the Big Show or somebody, man. But he still might have been bigger than Big Show. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've really tapped into wrestling, but yeah, I've met a lot of people, man. I was trying to think of anybody else, but I don't know. I've never really been. You want to hear something funny? Is the only time I feel like I've ever been starstruck is when I've met certain like YouTubers that are bigger, you know what I mean? Or not even bigger, just people that I really watched a lot when I came out of my dark ages, and then I've met them in person, you know, like, or at least online. Like Hoosier was one of, like I Jesse from Jesse Brick Galaxy was another one. Iceberg, Ryan, you know, from M&R. Like, there's a lot of people I've met that have really kind of starstruck me. Dude, I saw Ryan at Brickfair, like the last Brickfair I went, and I still couldn't like walk up to him and like talk to him or say hi. Dude, and I'm like twice as old as he is, you know what I mean? Like, but I was just so starstruck by it, you know. Online it was different, but just in person, yeah. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Greg says Brick's High Sith Revan comes out soon in the UK. I'll buy the odd one here and there, and the same with Funkos. I have it contained for now. So you mean a new Sith Revan, or like the old one is being re-released or something? Because as far as I know, there was only two. There was the Sith one and then the Jedi Knight one. And the Jedi Knight one, I think, was from a game. I would look, but I have no clue where I've got it stashed right now. London Bridge Bricks, if once you start down the dark path forever, will it dominate your destiny? It's yeah, you got to be careful, man. I don't know how I've stopped myself from buying so many. If Lego made an actual Darth Revan set, fans would stop complaining for a while, just for a little while.
Just a little bit.
As soon as I get back from Brick Fair, I'm buying Darth Revan from Titanium J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got an open one I'm going to buy, so it won't be as expensive as like a sealed. But I'm not worried about it because I've got a couple of like fan made minifigs, and someone made a Revan, you know, that was slightly different, because I've also got one that they made of Nihilus, because I love this set so much. The best part of every Planet Hollywood is the Terminator statue. Yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff in there, man. No doubt about that. How does Lego not see that the fans want Darth Revan stuff? They do, man. They do. I think, honestly, I don't know how far in advance, but I think that Disney, you know, Lucasfilm, I think they tell Lego stuff, you know, pretty far in advance. And even though nothing's been, I don't think, officially announced, obviously, but dude, I know Revan's going to come back in a live action version. So maybe they're just kind of holding off until something happens. I did hear, even though it was a rumor, it was a pretty solid rumor that they've cast Thrawn and Ezra.
Yeah, I saw that this morning as well.
And if it's true, the actors that they use, no complaints here, man. You know, they're both very good actors, and they both look spot on. The guy that they picked for Thrawn was the guy that voiced Thrawn and Rebels.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. And then the kid that I say kid, but dude they picked for Ezra, it was the guy that played Aladdin, I think, in the Aladdin movie.
Okay.
But he's been in some other stuff too. So I checked it out, and I can't remember what the names of them were, but he's got good acting chops. How does? Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, hi Nicoletta, how you doing? Good morning. All right, so yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and start getting ready to shut down. I would like to thank everybody that's been on the panel. It was a pretty light panel today. So we had Chef and T-Mog and BFAB for a little bit. Obviously, I want to thank all of you out there in the chat. I appreciate all of you so much. I know, it's difficult trying to keep up with everybody, but I just want to tell you, I really appreciate everybody that comes and hangs out and visits and comments and converses with us and listens to us ramble about things. Nicholas says, here is night, but good morning for you. Thank you so much. Well, good evening to you, Nicoletta. But yeah, on that note, I hope all of you have a great Sunday and you stay safe and keep doing well. And I guess I will see you on the next stream, everybody. So
see you all later.